Hello.
You know, I'm not kidding. Yesterday, this is so. Yesterday, I was thinking it's because I was reading something. I was like, "Yep, there used to be a guy in my chat named Green Can't Read This," and I'm like, "That was awfully specific." But I haven't seen him in a while, and that's kind of sad. And then their fucker's right there, and I'm like, it's not really that sad. I'm just saying, who names a profile that? Okay, apparently the volume is there. It is. Okay, free stuff. I'm assuming Gilles de Reyes got buffed today, because that was just kind of obvious. That's what they were doing. I lived. Alright, let's see. Give me the goods. Yep, that's what I thought. Now, I saw the Leo one. The Leonidas one's actually insane. It's weird because Leonidas is a really good tank, low star, taunter anyway, and now they just crazy buffed him, so I think he's just outrageously strong now. Let's get this one done first. Why are there so many of her? What the hell? That has to be a coincidence. I don't think she's that popular. Oh, that team name, that's funny. It should be easy enough that I can bring this, try to get it leveled up. Hate that facial expression. So is tomorrow the 3-star assassin? Because yeah, it's definitely Jekyll and Hyde. Oh, he's gonna be so hard to fix. The only way I could see them fixing him in one buff is if they buff the NP a second time, which they've done rarely, but that's the only way, because you just have to make that transform just like so worth it, and because you can't do it again, right? So it has to be so strong the first time you do it, and right now it is definitely not. That's kind of an obvious fix in my opinion. Like, oh yeah, just make that NP just a lot more value. Yeah, that'll do it. Hope they buff Vertra. So what is it? I mean, so much mixed information from chat. I don't understand how this is what's tomorrow. Like, people are just like classes that don't add up. I think Gilles de Reyes NP though is way better than Jekyll and Hyde's. Like, obviously it could use some work, but like, dear God, why is George still alive? Guess we'll try not to kill one of these guys. Lancers after. Yeah, now I have no idea what tomorrow is. Do I want here? I don't think so. I just hope Leonidas gets hit. Well, we haven't really started yet. We chillin'. SSR Ruler and Rare Assassin. Okay, so yeah, it's Jekyll and Hyde. Of course, fucking hit Hector. For a second there, I thought we weren't gonna kill. Look, I really stand by this. I don't think, like, sure, if Jekyll and Hyde can NP more than once, that's good. But one, they're not gonna do that because it would require them to make a different animation, right? Because you can't be like, in Jekyll mode, use the NP, go to Hyde mode, and then the animation is you in Jekyll mode again, going into Hyde. Like, that doesn't make any sense, right? So they can't do that. And they're way too fucking lazy to make a new animation. But that aside, I just think it's way more interesting for Jekyll and Hyde to actually be unique in that they can't NP more than once, right? I think that because no one else is like that. So that's interesting. So I would keep it that way. And then you just have to make it so it's fucking worth it. It's weird to me that everybody always goes with the switch back and forth thing, but like, there's no way that's gonna happen. Yeah, I much prefer they make it so he remains unique and has a, a con, there's a negative there, but then there's a potential positive that's worth it. Play the NP backwards, my god. He just flashes back to Jekyll after 3 turns. That would actually suck if you didn't have control over it. Because then you're like, okay, I got a good turn set up, and I'm back to Jekyll. Yeah, I wish FGO used Hector better. It sucks. Hey, the Romans thought Hector was more of the role model than Achilles, so... More evidence of Rome being goated. Ooh, 109. Not too bad for AoE. And having a Mystic Code at level 4 that gives art instead of Buster. Man, even Pinth has a helmet canonically. Actually looks really cool, but you're never gonna see that in game. Kind of want to not counter class. That'll actually make this tough. Haven't used Dushi in a while. Hey, gambler. keep the middle one alive because I think he'll hit the hardest. Though he's the lowest level, even though he has the most HP. Oh, he did hit harder. Oh god, I forgot to taunt. Well, there's only one guy. Of course. Every time. Man, she has pretty good animations. It was back when they gave a fuck. Well, we could get to 200% overcharge, but her overcharge is like starging up, so not great. Wow, we didn't kill. Kinda glad George lived then. That's fucked up. Got a defense up. Yeah, didn't think so. Well, you know what? I have faith. Watch this NP gain. It's gonna be amazing. Yeah, it must be nice if you're an Ushi fan because you get this nice animation update, and then if you're a Boudica fan, you might as well just quit the game now because they really hated her. Some of the worst animations for sure on Boudica. I'll have to show those off at some point because they're just so bad. Her extra attack, dude. They didn't give a fuck. Like, yeah, we should probably animate her from a different angle to make this look right, but nah. That crit buff. Another crit buff. Let's see. 80, 80, 100. Nice. That's pretty good crits for being level 70 class neutral. Like, that's not bad at all. And then pretty vanilla NP here because the Miss Dakota is barely leveled. And, you know, art up again and we're using quick. 82k. Who was the boss of the last stage? Because there's normally kind of a hidden theme in people's buff quests. Nobu's got a high hit count, so there's that. Which is good for Leonidas, and it's his buff quest. I forgot who the enemy was of the last one, because we were counterclass. Oh, it was, who was it? Right, we're using, Hector. Who the fuck was it? Fuck. Like, I can, like, almost see it in my mind, but I can't quite remember. I remember there being one enemy who was definitely a servant, but I damn it. Dirk-a-Lot will get a buff. I mean, was it really just a Roman soldier? Was it just like a tanky Roman soldier? Oh, right, it was an Olympian soldier. Yep. That is indeed what it was. That could just be because of the, you know, Greek. So I don't really see a theme right now. I remember one of Mori's stages. It was every stage the enemies were armored, like Mordred and stuff. And Billy had one where every enemy had a gun. 10 years of nothing for him. Yeah, it's messed up, man. Oh boy. I remember when the game was early, Berserker Lancelot was good, but as time has gone on, he's really been left in the dust. Now Darius is like way better. At least he has better animations than Boudica. True. His animations actually are pretty good. I just like how they never reanimate like her legs ever. Her extra attack is fucked up. We'll show it off. Oh god, her NP, like holy crap, her NP. At some point we're gonna get a Brave Chain here. Or an extra chain, whatever they're called. Wow, didn't kill. Unfortunate. Get that extra HP. Alright, here we go. At least that sword slash is fine. God, so bad, dude. They're just hoping you'll be in fast mode so you don't like really see it, and you just hope it's like, oh, it's some kind of backflip, and you don't really notice. There's that one welfare lady from Fate Requiem where she like breaks her knee in a lot of animations, and they just hope you don't notice. Oh, I guess he just buffed. Everyone's Roman. Yeah, she can't look at how bad that animation is. But yeah, this came with the Caligula update, which was so good. But I swear that's because Caligula's animation update was being worked on in Olympus and they didn't finish it. And so he had actually like a lot more time put into his. I'm quite sure that's what happened, because you can just tell he was such a big part of that story. They would have liked to have done it then. Well, he's already Roman. Get him. Isn't her sword called like the Sword of Not Promised Victory or some shit like that? Sword of this might not actually work out. 40, 60, 40, not the best. Oh, I'll take it. Eh. Probably should have cast that last turn. Fuck it. Art. What could go wrong? Sort of unpromised victory. What a name. Hey, Keel, thank you for the gifted sub, dude. And Eli always deserves it. You were so impressed by these Boudica animations. They're really something. Get our guts back next turn. He sure is taking a second. We should kill no matter what, so get stars. Got her NP though. Just wow. It's like nice chariot. Oh Jesus, this guy doesn't holy fuck, he doesn't fuck around. Wow, we might be in trouble here. Get that little HP up. I need to somehow live a turn before that guts goes off. I have the defense up. I guess I do cast this, and then probably Rainbow. Love this song. Truly unpromised victory for sure. Like, she's so stiff on that chariot when it's going back and forth. Like, unbelievable. Alright. Next turn, we need to not have guts go off, I'm pretty sure. Well, we get this back. We'll see. Need to make sure he's Roman. We're not worrying about NPing again. Good, good. Oh, very good. Okay, we're good. We just crit way more than we deserved. So now even if Guts goes off, we're fine. Which is good because Guts is definitely going off. Okay. Man, that guy just doesn't give a crap. Actual struggle out here. Didn't crit any on that one. Yeah, he actually hit really hard. So, for the most part, the theme seems to be, you know, like Roman Greek, but then there was just Nobu for some reason. The green dude. I was kind of satisfying when they gave it the beam, because I remember reading her character profile like way back before like FGO was even important, and her sword has always been said to do that, where it shoots like very mana light, you know, little blasts. Red gold color scheme. Yeah, it could be. Everything was that. Get these hero approved. Okay. Here, I think I remember what Leonidas does, but I want to see it in front of me here. And now his first skill, you've got the taunt still. The MP generation rate, which I want to see. Did he change the generation rate? No, it's still the same. And then now he gives a attack up, a party-wide attack up for 20%. But then he also gives them an attack up that scales off of their HP being lower. But it starts at 0. So he basically gives a 20% attack up all the time. And then he gives you an attack up that gives you 0 attack up. But then as your HP gets lower, it gets closer to, starts going up to 30% attack up. And then he gives crit damage, and all this stuff is 3 turns, and then he makes 20 stars. So that first skill is crazy good. The only awkward thing is you kind of want to use your NP quickly, and he's always had that taunt overlap problem. Green put an ad curse on me. I would never. I literally have my channel set to the least amount of ads possible, and I can click an ad break button, and I don't think I've ever clicked it, like, ever. But Twitch is just an asshole, so. What are you saving for with that quartz? Nothing, really. I've just had, you know, I haven't rolled in forever. I haven't really played a lot, though. I could have so much more SQ than that if I was actually playing this game actively. Like, I haven't played an event in, like, years. You know, I'll play the main story now and then, but, like, so much SQ I could have gotten. But they just don't add anything I really care about very often. You know, I like more serious servants and things from, like, the actual stories than low stars. But, yeah, they don't, it's so rare they add anything I care about. I wouldn't really say burnout, it's just, the game's gotten worse over time. Like, they just, I'd say they're the ones that burned out. Like, they don't really make interesting content anymore. They don't make interesting events anymore. They do, like, a challenge quest every 2 months, maybe. And then a lot of times it's not very well made. And then they did fucking 2 years of main story, or a filler main story before the finale. Then they do the finale, and now they're doing years of filler again. It's just like, bro, like it's just there. A lot of people have quit. This isn't like me. Like almost everyone I know that played this game, like Cairo and all them, they all quit because like the games ran very poorly. You know, like all the money they've got, they don't fix the UI. Like, you know, this UI wasn't good even 11 years ago. It wasn't. And 11 years later, now it's more bloated and it's still garbage, and they never fixed it. Never added story replay, never did a roguelike, never added really any game modes. Everything's time limited. Like that new mode they just added, it's like that stage is only available for a month and then it's gone. It's like, the fuck. You know, what if you have a new unit you want to use on that stage? Well, too bad. Like, there's just so many better games. I mean, this UI is just, it's objectively bad because, like, Arknights is the same game engine. That's very important. It's the same game engine, right? And Arknights does a lot of optimization stuff, like when you bring up a map, like a stage on the map, it keeps the map loaded. So if you want to go back, it just instantly goes back. FGO deloads it, so it has to load it again if you go back. And that's a really specific example, but that's just like the principle. Everything in FGO is like that, where it's just not very well thought out. So everything takes longer than it should. Like leveling units and skills just take fucking forever. They make you watch a long ass animation every time. You have to go through a loading screen every time. For Arknights, you can just click a button and boom, you're done. Right? It's just silly. Like they've never even cared. That's what bothers me, is to get all this money from the player base and they've never even cared to try to make the experience better for the players, right? They've never been like, hey, you know, we could make the user interface a lot snappier and faster and more efficient and clearer. No, they're like, nope, you gave us all this money and we're not going to put a dime of it into that kind of stuff, right? Like they just don't give a shit. So, you know, it's, if they don't give a shit, then why am I going to give a shit? And like the power creep is another thing, right? The power creep is just really fucked up now. Epic 7 has good UI optimization, not exactly great UI design. Now they have improved it. Unlike FGO, over the years, they changed stuff in the Epic 7 UI to try to make it better. I'd actually say that the UI in Epic 7 is pretty good. It's more like the systems are bad and like the equipment is bad. So like what the UI is trying to manage is unmanageable, right? But the UI itself really isn't that bad. And it's definitely very quick. You know, it's very snappy. Do you think Waver was the first big mistake or Merlin? Definitely Merlin. I mean, someone has to be the strongest, and obviously day one or after his buff. But once they buffed Waver, you know, Waver was, everyone used him, you know, other than people doing low star stuff and whatnot. Like, he was so overworked. And they even said many years ago that Merlin was a mistake, and they were trying to make him, like, equal to Waver, and they messed up and made him stronger. They didn't mean to do that. And even that wasn't the problem. Like, the real problem was Scatty. That's when the game really got the point of no return. Everything changed with Scatty because Scatty just started to normalize NPing all of the time, like just all of the time, and that whole NP refund thing. So then when they made Castoria, she had to at least be that good, but then she's way better, right? She has the NP refund loop. You know, losing an NP to refill an NP. Like, how stupid is that, right? Like, imagine you playing a fighting game and you use your super, and at the end of your super, it just gives you your super back. Like, that's ridiculous. But yeah, that was actually a problem, like, in the base game. They just worked around it. You can see this if you've played the game for a long time. Or if you go back and, like, look at stuff in the early days. The game was aware that if you used an NP that was, like, an art NP, it was totally possible to just hit enough times that you got your NP back. So in the early days, all the servants that had, like, a decent hit count on an art NP had a hidden passive that, like, lowered their NP gain during their NP. like Kurtsugu, 100 Phase, several of them. They just Mordred, Summer. They all had like a hidden thing where they just had less NP gain during their NP because they were intentionally trying to design the game to where you couldn't use your NP and just get your NP back, right? But over time, on accident, that kind of got creeped on, right? Power creeped on, and it just became more and more possible to do it. And then they just had to embrace it, and then it just became like standard. Because it was like, well, now that you can do it with Castor or Toria, no one's gonna want an art unit that can't do it, or a support unit that can't do it, right? And so yeah, and they don't like nerfing stuff because Crybaby player base. But yeah, the game probably should have been designed in the first place where your NPs just don't give you NP, like just period. It doesn't matter what if you're Art Buster Quick. And you could have given Art Buster Quick some other unique aspects, right? But yeah, NPs should have just never been able to refill themselves like that. All right. Well, that's a nice opening hand. Yeah, I'm sorry about the ads, guys. I mean, I don't. It's not me. I literally have my channel set to the least amount of ads possible. I never click the ad break button. Like, it sucks. It's just the way Twitch is. Maybe I should start streaming on YouTube again. I don't know. The chat experience is so much better on Twitch, but the ad experience definitely isn't. Wow, Leonidas getting pretty lucky here. If only all of my solos who would go that way. Yeah, there's very few emotes on YouTube. It sucks. It's kind of part of the chat experience. I guess stars is the most important here. It's weird that Leonidas has a lower HP, more attack thing, though, because lore-wise, it's actually the other way around. After being attacked, the healthier he is, the stronger his counterattack is. That's like a shtick he's got, so that's kind of backwards. Okay, well, we don't care about taunt overlap here. So I've got him Grail to 100 on my ult, and I love it, but I might Grail him over here as well, just so he's easy, because I like Leonidas a lot, and like, these buffs are sick. Just crit forehead. Wow, that's crazy damage for a level 65. No Mysticode buff there either. That is something. Wait, can you literally turn off being an affiliate and a partner? That's crazy. But yeah, the ads suck, dude. Jesus, dude, we're grailing him yesterday. God damn. I mean, it's not heal. It's like the more HP you have, the more damage you do. So like, you know, Angra does more damage with his NP based on how much HP is missing. You could just do the opposite, where he does it based on how much HP he still has left. Just a reminder, though, level 65. Kind of crazy. Don't really need to NP here. What sucks is he's not getting any of that attack up right now because we're not losing any HP. Also, nice crit. Okay, maybe the MP would have been cool there. I want to grail him to 100, honestly, like on my ult account, but because I don't play a lot and I don't do events, I don't have a lot of grails anymore, because most of the grails are from events. And I like never do those. And I want to keep grails in reserve in case they did add Green Knight or something like that. Well, I'll at least grail him a little bit here. I never did finish that new main story. I'll get a grail from that because I'm pretty far into it. Ban anime. The hell? Yeah, all those excess servant coins I have. What the fuck? All that rolling that's going on. Yeah, I could burn all the Kiara coins. That wouldn't hurt at all. Yeah, I wouldn't use coins on any characters I like. But I don't really have any coins for people I don't like, so. But yeah, I mean, most of like the low stars and stuff still don't have enough coins to max out. Like, not even close. Like even Leonidas I don't think does. He's got all of his passives unlocked, but I doubt he's got enough to actually get to 120 if I wanted to do it. I would hope they don't let you burn welfare coins. That'd be insane. Yeah, 1-star life can be pretty annoying. One cool thing about 1-stars though is that first grail gives them 10 levels instead of 5. It's pretty cool. Like, it's good value if you want to just like throw a grail on like Spartacus, right? For like farming or challenge quests or whatever, use them for like just one grail, bam, 10 levels. Like, huge value there. We get really lucky crits. Maybe we kill here. Definitely could have if either one crit. Well, time to target switch with the NP. We might be able to kill here. Fuck it. We click Buster button. 60% crit chance. Enemy has a defense up. I like how you have like the pass in the background there of that NP. Too big for my phone. I use like LD player. Just an emulator. There's a few ways now though, but yeah, I mean, I'm using LD player right now, runs fine. You got BlueStacks as well, but BlueStacks is like loaded with ads and shit now, I'm pretty sure. So it's like a really annoying emulator. But yeah, probably emulator, like LD Player 9, I think. And there's a few like Microsoft things that allow you to play apps on your PC, but none of them work great right now. Yeah, Google Play and all that stuff. Like, one day that stuff's gonna get sorted out. I'm kind of surprised it hasn't been sorted out already. Kind of whack. Okay. Well, actually, this one's probably gonna hit the hardest. Although it's an archer and they have a lower, as far as I know, that affects enemies. Like, enemies still get the, like, archer damage down and assassin damage down and lancer damage up and all that stuff. Although he's technically a berserker right now, but he's the archer. I don't fucking know. We'll see here. Or he's gonna give himself an attack up and run everything. My science. Well, he's got the attack up, so then he needs to die. Surely the extra attack will kill here. Got him. Man, that guy hits pretty hard considering I had double defense up. He's not fucking around. Man, Atlas would be really good here. That cooldown reduction would be really nice. But I'm trying to level up the new Mystic card. Hey, Kiba. I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. Oh god, we're fighting a Saber. That's gonna be tough. We'll do our best. Yeah, we're doing I think the Saber rank up. I don't know if Lancelot's got a high enough hit count. We'll see. Ooh! That's rough. We might be in a bit of trouble here. Well, big attack up. Love this music, though. It stopped detecting my GPU. What the hell? Try reinstalling. Got that extra attack up. See, if I could cast the guts here, I could get that attack up again. That'd really be sick. I don't know if we're gonna win, boys. We'll see. Okay. That was legit as fuck. Look at that damage. Alright. Do I NP again? I think so. Well, now I'll go for the kill. I have faith. Oh, yeah. Woo-wee. Yeah, Lancelot was slapping, even with our defense buffs. There's an old damage cut craft essence that's got, like, NP gain up and a pretty decent damage cut. If you have that limit broken, it's like a great Leonidas one. I don't have it though, but if you're like a Leonidas main, that's a pretty sick one. Yeah, you might have to get rid of the config. That's definitely possible. No, it's not male damage cut, no. Because that's not really that great, because there's plenty of things that don't... It's not even that there's, like, women exist, you know, oh god, but, there's a lot of enemies that just aren't tagged with a gender, right? Like boars and dragon, they don't have it. They just don't tag them with any gender. So there's lots of stuff it won't work on. No, it's way older than Face Strange Fake. I think it was like a Gouda or something like that. My friend Kai has it, and he limit broke it. That's good too, but it's not that one. It's more than a 200 damage cut, I'm pretty sure. Man, though, you could get whatever is the best damage cut CE in the game, and then use the damage cut command code. That'd be really nice. Wait, did we finish that? Did we get the buff? Oh wow, no, we didn't. This Leonidas has been fun, but we could mix it up here. Oh god, man, Protoku is so cool. He's one of my favorite Fate characters. I hate his animation update, dude. I don't really want to use him anymore because of it. It sucks. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking. It's the same problem they had with Lancelot. They're trying to emulate like the pose and the card in the card art, and that doesn't translate well. That might be it. That might be it. That sounds right, because that's bigger damage cut. I don't know, there might be a different one though. Like, I mean, that is definitely good. I just can't remember. It's been so many years, and I never had it. Only my my friend had it. But yeah, 400's pretty legit. Like, that definitely helps. Well, you definitely don't want the NP strength because Leonidas' NP doesn't do damage, so. Yeah, the one Ace Link so far would be the best one. Between Ku, later, what do you mean, Alter and Proto Ku, got the better animations. Probably Ku Alter, honestly. I mean, I don't really like either of them that much, but Proto Ku's are real bad. I mean, he's got a few cool attacks, like his NP's cool and stuff, but the constantly going back into this pose is just ridiculous. It looks so stupid. Yeah, might as well go for 200% NP gain or NP charge. I mean, seriously, like, what the fuck is that, dude? So dumb. And it's because they didn't animate his arm from enough angles, I guess. This looks so weird. That's not bad either. That's actually kind of decent if you're using Leonidas on a team, because you might not want to click his cards. However, because Leonidas' NP rate is so good, you know, having just NP gain up, like, just percentage up is really nice. Because you do like one R card and you get so much, or you get attacked, which you're going to get attacked a lot, you get a lot. Yeah, really, I guess the gain rate probably is just better because Leonidas taunts so much, you're going to get hit a lot. So that's got to be better than 5%. But that's still not bad though. Like, if you had that, you're not going to be crying. You know, 400 damage cut is still nice. Yeah, if his default pose wasn't so bad, his animations wouldn't be too bad, but it is what it is, and they're never gonna fix it. He probably hits harder, I bet. He's got the danger tag, look out, and then her NP doesn't do damage, so. Now, it's probably a wild beast, right? I don't know, it might be mythical beast or some bullshit. Did not get 200%, but he's gonna die, so the defense down being bigger wouldn't really matter. Yeah, demonic beast, yeah. I'm pretty sure we got the bonus damage. I think I saw the icon there, so. And 160 at neutral on a level 75. Give me that crit buff. I do like that. That is cool. It just looks so ridiculous, him constantly returning to that pose, dude. Like, what are you, a model? Like, what are you doing? Slay. Yeah, I know, it's so dumb, dude. His character's not like that at all. Like, and that's not really the vibe that the card art was going for. And so them trying to like translate that still art into like motion just doesn't work. Same for Lancelot though, Berserker Lancelot. Because like in Berserker Lancelot's card art, here, I'll even show this. This is why you just shouldn't do this shit. And like, it's just some amateur nonsense. Oh yeah, let me check out that buff. But I gotta finish my rant here. Okay, see here, this is like some, you know, Seath the Scaleless, you know, in Dark Souls, crushing the stone scale. You know, it's you know, it's like he's mad. He's like wanting to crush something in his hand. But then you put it when he's just constantly like that. Now he just looks posh. Right? Now he just looks like he's like, okay, I'm prepared to duel you, sir. Get the tea, right? Like, what the actual fuck? Like, when did Berserker Lancelot ever act like that, right? Like, watch the anime and shit, and then, like, what the hell is this? It's so weird, dude. But yeah, it's the same thing with Protoku. Is like they're just trying to translate something from the card onto the sprite that just doesn't work in motion, or and being like that permanently, right? Like, this is fucking silly. I don't know why the hell you would even think to do that. Shall we duel, Arthur? Yeah. Alright, let's check out this buff. Alright. My god, that's a lot of stuff. Okay, so the NP gain rate went up by 5%, so now it's 50%, so that's something. If you're lawful, which he is, you get, wow, another 50% NP gain rate. So he now has a 100% NP gain rate up. That's crazy. God damn. And then if you're good, which he is good, yep, you get healing received up. Now he doesn't have any healing, but you could be using a command code. And it lasts 3 turns. That's really good. And then if ally is Joan of Arc, I actually like that because I wish they would do more specific stuff like that. I really wish they did more specific stuff like that. Or star attribute, you get a battery. Oh my god, he gets 100% battery. Holy shit, bro. That's a hell of a buff. Dude, that must, I think he's actually pretty sick as a solo unit now. If you got him like grailed the fuck up, you use the heal boost command code, the heal command code, and you get the 100% up heal up. You'll just like reset your HP bar every 3 turns or so. That's awesome. That's so good. And now you can double NP super easy. Now you still absolutely have to have the debuff clear command code because you have to get rid of that defense down immediately. But yeah, that's crazy. Being able to, dude, that's really cool because you could like NP. Use his second skill, instantly NP again, and then have all that NP gain up, and then NP again. That's crazy. Yeah, he's much better. But yeah, you definitely need to get rid of that debuff. You basically want to put, if I was playing him in a team, I'd probably give him multiple debuff clear command codes. And if I'm playing solo, then you got to use it on whatever card you're always going to want to use with his NP. Probably a Buster, and do like Rainbow Chain, do Art Quick Buster, or something like that. Yep, Bedivere star, and I'm pretty sure Bedivere's lawful good, so good synergy there. Does anyone have a good one? Because I'd like to see him Grailed, honestly, because you know, he's such a stat-based character with his buff. And also, I don't want to change command codes around. That is like overwhelmingly the reason. Like, I just don't want to have to change the command codes. Because he's super command code based. You gotta have that heal boost now. You gotta have the debuff clear. Any Gilles de Ray's enjoyers? My brain read that as level 171, and I was like, what the hell? The song is from Super Robot Wars, but the song is like a remix of a Gundam 0083 song. And Gundam 0083, man, is some fucking incredible hand animation. It was kind of at the end of hand animation. Yeah, we've got I know, like, I think Say even has a good Gilles de Ray's. I think there's a few people on the Discord that do. That doesn't mean they're here right now, though. Damn it, we might have to use mine. I do not want... I don't want to do command codes. That's fucked up. Arthur's pretty good now, though. His buff was nice. Yeah, there's not a lot of FGO players anymore. That's why they're trying to milk more money out of the players they have left. It's very much their strategy. As it's like a standard strategy for mobile games and MMOs when they start losing players. Oh, hey, there's one. It's not from chat, just a random one. He's got the Bond C, unfortunately, though, which I don't think is good at all. What the bro, come on. You can't be a Gilles de Ray's fan, have done the buff, and then, like, not have a debuff clear command code or any... Like, what are you doing, brother? Also, seriously, don't do Bond CEs. That sucks. That's corrupted. I don't think we're gonna find one, and I really don't want to do mine because I recently went through like my friend support and gave everyone command codes that were like decently applicable to them. So I don't want to like I just don't want to deal with that shit. I'll fuck it up, and like I'm not a Gilles de Ray's main, which is what it is. And like if no one's got one, it's like I don't want to be the guy. Fuck it. I mean, that is a hell of a buff though. That's crazy how good of a buff that is. That sucks. So there's not a single one. Oh, there was the random guy, but the random guy fucked it up. I hate when people like will grail a really unique unit, like Geronimo or something, and then they equip a Bond CE. It's so fucking stupid, dude. Because then you're not really seeing them. You know, like, oh, someone's like, oh man, it's so rare to see that unit. I want to see them at their best. But then you put a Bond CE on them that's shit. So then they're not really any better. Like a level 100 unit with a Bond CE, a lot of times like equal effectiveness to a level 70 unit with a proper CE like Golden Sumo or something. So it's just like, bro. Like, why put in that work and then just run it like that? No one's surprised that you're Bond 10. No one, like that doesn't mean anything. Man. Well, the one thing I could do is like see if I've got like semi-okay command codes that aren't being used by anyone else. Because there's a lot of debuff clear command codes. So annoying. I hate everything about this game when you're like not in combat. Oh my god. Nope. Nope. I don't have any, no, absolutely not. Like, you have to do that 3 times. I literally don't even have enough void dust. Fuck that shit. Void dust is like always the biggest problem. Dude, look how much shit is in this UI now. And like you have to go back and forth and then she starts talking every time. Like what the hell are they thinking, dude? Okay, well that helps. Am I allowed to reset it? I am allowed to reset it. Okay, maybe we're back in business here. Will you stop talking? I like how in shops you can click them to make them shut up, but then here you can't. I may not have the Saber gems, because like Saber and Lancers I level so often. Well, I've bought all the gems. Got 134. I mean, if it's a 71, I might as well use mine. Oh god, I might need to take that back. Because he uses a million here. What is wrong with this game, dude? Gilles de Ray's out here being like, I'm gonna just take all of the mats. Okay, I guess we'll take X Explorers. Are you on? Here's the thing, though. Are you on my friends list? Like, there's just so I'm so sick of having to jump through all these fucking hoops when I play this game, dude. I am. Thank Christ, dude. It gets so annoying. Because then you like everyone doesn't understand. So like they give you your the code and then you add them, but they don't add you back. So then you have to like refresh 10 trillion times. It's so. Oh my god, dude! I have like PTSD from playing this game. Like just remembering, like every time someone would want to do something like from chat that wasn't my friends list, having to go through all the hoops to get them to actually add you. It was just so horrible, dude. I do like. I mean, if we're gonna use them, like you do like debuff clear on Buster, and then I guess heal boost on probably like quick, and then heal on art, and then like maybe crit on the other Buster or something like that. You don't necessarily want Star Absorb, because then when you're doing a turn where you're trying to make the other Buster card do all the damage, it just takes the stars from it. Yeah, that's actually kind of bad. Probably fine in a team, though. You don't want heal either. Please stop recommending things. That's so much worse. That's so much fucking worse. Do you like never solo? Like that's like a staple you don't want to do. Like you want like the fucking just like vanilla removes any debuff. It's like, oh, I spent 2 turns doing my heal boost and I need to heal, but then I have to use this card first to be optimal, and I just took my heal boost for like a 300 heal. Like absolutely, it's like such a staple of you don't do that. Like you don't want any, if you use heal boost, you don't want any other heal command code other than the big one. I don't like the command code UI. That means you're smart. Nobody likes the command code UI. Except for, actually, some people act like it's fine because they're like fanboys and they have to defend this game. Does anyone have that copy paste? And this is not even a joke. That guy actually meant it. There was like that hater during that whole TA drama, and he made this big spiel of like defending FGO, and he's like, you know, Jolter doesn't need an animation update. And this guy was being serious, and I'd ran into that guy several times over the years. That guy is like such a deluded. 100% disagree on most things about FGO is handled with you. Don't care about animation updates. Jolter doesn't need one. The UI is fine. That's insane. Leveling. Imagine thinking leveling is fine. Like, who the fuck thinks leveling is fine? Those people are like these motherfuckers that are just like ride or die, F go no matter what. And they don't even know what a good UI is because like they don't really do other stuff. It's just insane. What CE do you want on them? I mean, Golden Sumo, you know, if you got it, if it's like 100 and stuff, you know, whatever, it kind of depends on your account, like what's leveled and stuff. Because a leveled CE is like a really big deal. Just something applicable to, you know, damage and stuff. Oh, I know exactly what the source of that is, but I'm not trying to dox people. Oh my god, that one. Oh my god, that one. That guy didn't have very good English. That's why that one's so bad. He's basically mad that I like Mori and he likes Mori and yada yada yada. I'm actually pissed you'll grail or already grailed him. After all, you're disgusting for obvious reasons. I love how it's obvious. That I hate you. Meh. It feels like you're staining this servant at the end of the day. My eyes will ignore such happenings and this servant will never be linked to you. Just yuck. By the way, there's a lot of people actually like that. A lot of people really do have like association and stuff like that, where they're really that dumb. Like there really are people out there that like, I don't like this YouTuber, and that YouTuber super likes Ushi, right? And now I hate Ushi, or you know, that stains Ushi. People are like, these games attract a certain crowd for sure. How could I have ever gaslit someone into grailing Billy? I don't think I've ever made a single video or anything where I was like, you need to grail this. I never do that. You know, I also always talk about how Robin is so much better than Billy, and I just grailed Billy because I like Billy. Like, bro, do you guys, there was a Valentine's Day challenge quest. I don't even remember which one it was, but it had like Cleopatra in it. And I remember doing it with my grailed Billy and it being pretty hard and not going super great. But I made that the video anyway because I love Billy. And then I did it with a non-grailed Robin and it was so much easier. I was just like, what the actual fuck? And I've had that experience so many times where like a non-grailed Robin does better than a grailed Billy. And I say this all of the time. I bring that up constantly, that Billy's not really that great, even though I wish he was. I just like him a lot. Like I always say that. I'm never like, guys, you gotta grail Billy. He's just so good. I don't even say that with Ku. I'm normally like, yeah, grail whatever you want. Like Jesus. Okay, who the fuck seriously thinks I made anyone grail Billy the Kid? That's so stupid. I mean, I know that fight's replicatable because I've beat Gwaine with Billy a bunch of times, but you may not have been like 2K foed or whatever, because it is close. I do remember Billy versus Gwaine is very close. Like it's not, at least back then. It's probably not close anymore because Billy's been buffed, so it's actually probably pretty smooth now. If we had story replay, I would test that theory. Guys, hey, we're talking about Billy. Let's go use Billy against some fun saber boss fights. That'll be. Oh shit, we can't do that because this isn't a real video game. Can someone? What other video game is this a thing? By the way, like what other video game can you not replay it? Like you play Ninja Gaiden and then the disc catches fire and you're not allowed to play it again. Like what the fuck? I didn't know the game very well. Yeah, that doesn't help either. But I mean, legitimately, if you want to like grail a low star archer to beat Gwaine, grail Robin, right? It's gonna go way better. I wonder how Kojiro does against Gwaine now, because he's class neutral, right? So even though there's all this power creep, being class neutral is still a lot harder. Oh, is this you? I didn't realize you were Paradox. It's funny. None of these things match. Okay, what do we got? Good enough. That's an odd one, but sure. So you probably want, if you can't, oh no, you got it. I was gonna say, yeah, you want that heal. Because, with that heal effective up, That's pretty sick. Okay, let's not disgrace him with this thing. Let's like, can we? Hey, guys, Gilles de Reyes, guys, Gilles de Reyes just got buffed, right? That's really cool. So let's go use him against a lot of the boss fights and use him in like a solo and in a team setting to see how he does. Oh wait, you can't fucking do that. God, I hate this fucking game. Like, Jesus Christ, dude. Wouldn't that be nice, Chad? Wouldn't that be nice? Just go fight. We could go fight Lion King, right? And with like, use like, because this one's a level 70, right? We'll make the rest of the team like lower level. So like Lion King and old boss is still somewhat hard, right? Right, guys? We'll just do that. Oh my God, this player. Do people still defend this game not having story replay? I just, there's no logic. Like, there's no fucking logic to it. FGO is such a dumb game. Chat, you know what's really dumb? This is the true tragedy of all this. I know this game outrageously well, right? Like, I have way too much knowledge about this game. Right, and I don't even want to play it anymore, right? So like, why is my brain crammed full? Like, I could have like a PhD in fucking F-goery. Like, fucking ridiculous. I remember the voice actor for Beryl even wanted them to have story replay. Actually, several of the voice actors have brought that up. It's so ridiculous that we're 11 years in and they don't have it. It's because they don't want to spend any money. They don't want to hire actual devs. They just keep hiring college kids that don't know what the fuck they're doing. I wish that was a meme, but it's actually true. I don't know if he's going to do 24K here. Although I can do this because it just lasts forever, so. Get him. Okay, nice. Bullshit crit. I'll take it. Alright. Keep the higher level one alive. Oh, damn. I mean, we probably won't need the heal immediately, but it kind of sucks having to use that. Not killing this enemy would really suck. Oh my God, I didn't need to use that other card. Well, that sucks. That's crazy though. He's gonna make that heal so strong with that that skill of his. That's gonna be awesome. Like, if you can get the heal boost 2 times and then use that, that'll be something, man. I think that'd be 200% healing up. I think if off memory it's 50% per stack and you get 2 stacks. As weird as it is, I might as well NP here. I probably should have used the other Buster card because we're gonna kill him for sure. $39K, no crit though. My favorite food is raw lemon, and it's tied with kimchi. Those are definitely my 2 favorite foods. But broccoli is fine. Like, raw broccoli is definitely good. Now, if you cook that shit, now you're fucking it up. But the skill is so strong, but I'm not sure I actually need it right now. Fuck it. Oh yeah, they buffed his first skill too. Get the stars per turn, right? Yeah, we need a boss and not trash mobs. You know, a crit would have been nice, champ. I'm just saying. Alright, let's see this heal, though. Damn, that's nice. And then you can even do it with the Mystic Code heal. So he might want default because of that. Be big value. The yelling. The lack of crits right now, though. We're ready on this turn. Yeah, now we got a bunch of stars. I even have Star Bomb if we want it. Can he just have 1,000,000 HP? Because, like, we're about to fuck this guy up. Although we don't have, this stuff, but still. I'll do this. I'll do Guts just in case this goes south. I don't think this is gonna go south, though. I'm pretty sure this guy's dead as fuck. Oh, yeah. Level 70, by the way. 173. It's a shame we didn't have that first skill up, though, because you get that crit damage up. They probably could have gotten, like, 200k. So, all they really need to do to make him just crazy good is now make his NP last 3 turns. You don't even need to add anything to it. Just make it last 3 turns. I would love to use him against an actual boss. I mean, we've got the Lion, or not Lion, well, we do have Lion King, actually, the interlude version. But there's always Richard. I actually like the way the Star Bomb is. I actually like it a lot because, one, it gives you a real reason to overcharge. But, like, I wish this was more common. The point of his, like, overcharge only being 5 stars is because it's like it's a bonus towards the thing he wants to do, but it's not enough for him to just do it automatically on his own. And, like, the game used to have a lot of that, where it's like, yeah, you still need to get stars somewhere else, be it maybe the turn before, or stars per turn, Hans, you know, whatever it is. You know, you're supposed to have weaknesses that you build around to fix, right? And it just kind of sucks that they almost always don't do that anymore, right? They cut that stuff out. Like, I like when characters, you know, like, hey, and what's another one? Caesar's kind of like that too. Like, where he has a Star Bomb, but it's not enough to be guaranteed crits on its own. Because, like, what's the point of Mozart? Right, Mozart's 3rd skill, if everybody just makes enough stars to guarantee crit all the time, right? It's like like, Mozart's was anyway unique in that he could guarantee crits completely on his own. Like, you didn't need also have Hans or also have this, right? And that's like a benefit for Mozart. And it doesn't have to be Mozart only, but like that should be something to be like factored into your pros and cons, right? It's like, do you make enough stars to easily, you know, guarantee a crit completely on your own, or do you just do like half of it? Because, like, when you have Mozart on the team, it's like diminishing returns. I know the song's amazing. It's like diminishing returns, though, to have another character that makes stars, right? Because Mozart makes 50. You don't need more than 50, so. Can Ben-K solo this? I'm leaning towards no. He's really bad. he's really fucking bad. He does have an animation update, though. Yeah, it's a caster. Well, I can just transform against the caster. I just want to point out Frequency is the best band. Just full stop. Well, not the best opening. Probably should have attacked the Berserker. Very rough start. Is this an L waiting to happen? Okay, surely he can do 23k at neutral. We got a rainbow chain and everything. I won't lie, I was a little scared. If we didn't crit with either of those, we might have failed that. I'm not sure. Dude, I loved this game, Soul Worker. That game was so much fun. I know it's got like all kinds of power creep problems now, but that game was awesome. I played through a lot like that, most of that game duo with Pyro at first, and then when it played it again later, got to play that that counter attack, dude. That shit was awesome. Yeah, I loved that game. Lots of good boss fights. I would love for them to re-release that game and like clean it up a little bit, but then make it like a single player game on Steam. And you can give it peer-to-peer co-op like you have in Relink and stuff, right? By all means. But like kind of rebalance it to make sure, like, because now the early game's too easy. You like one-shot everything now. A lot of really good bosses have been power crept and stuff. But like you could rebalance it so it's got a smooth progression curve and all that. The game would be amazing. But yeah, I would love for them to kind of like condense that game and make a proper single player version. I think that would be great. And it had good music, so yeah, fuck. I'm kind of sad that that game's kind of gone now. Probably at least one more turn here without transforming. Surely they're not gonna kill me. And hey, if we could get to 300% overcharge, that would be swell. Nice. Okay, good. There's a buff there, or debuff. That does suck for us, though. Okay, I can wait one more turn. Rip stars. Interesting name. What from Sanson? Okay, here we go. Chat, I like how I'm using my NP that he can only use one time ever, my big trump card, and it's giving me a buster up that I can't use this turn. So it's not really doing anything. Although it does make us a berserker, so, you know. Tomorrow they'll buff his NP. I'm gonna be so pissed if they buff his skill. Like, for the love of God, buff the NP. Hans, I'm so sorry. You are Omega dead. Not that I have any stars, but... I love how that buff to this skill does nothing, because... like, just... so pointless, dude. That was such an, like, just... brain-dead buff. I don't think I've had any use of that buff ever since he got it. I don't think it's ever mattered under any circumstance. Because, like, who cares if I had done the battery earlier and got to 300% earlier? Because all that would have meant was I would have gotten less healing value. Didn't Arthur get an NP buff? And let's be honest, it's like Vlad was a very unique case where he had a really fucked up NP, so that's why they buffed it again, right? And oh, Arthur wasn't this batch. That must have been when I wasn't playing that. I don't even know who the first rare unit was. I don't pay attention to any of the rare units that get buffed. Like I don't I don't give a fuck. But anyway, Vlad got his NP double buffed because he had such a uniquely bad NP, right? But Jekyll and Hyde is also a very unique unit, so because people are always like trying to find patterns where there aren't one. And like I remember someone was like, well, they've never buffed, like they were saying a summer unit wouldn't get buffed because summer units had never been buffed. I'm like, okay, yeah, until one gets buffed. And then, oh look, a summer unit got buffed, right? And people are like, oh, they don't double buff a skill until they double buffed a skill, and now they've done it multiple times, right? Like people are just, they get way too entrenched. Now that's not to say that, you know, Jekyll and Hyde he may well get a skill buff, but I'm just saying it's not like off the cards for him to get an NP buff just because the other units didn't get it. Like that's such a nothing burger. Like other units not getting one yet. Like that's nothing. And besides, most of the units have already had a buffed NP, and then they're not units that need a double buffed NP, right? But Jekyll and Hyde is. They should just remake his entire kit. They really don't need to. Like, now I'm not against it if they do, but you know, there's a lot of ways to fix it. Like a huge one would be when you transform, if you have a skill active, it gets upgraded into the Hyde version, right? Which makes total sense lore-wise. That would fix so many problems. Actually, you really can fix him in one buff. You buff his NP. You make it so his NP gives him a permanent attack buff, and now his buffs are unremovable. And you make it so when he transforms, he also upgrades the skills if they're already active. And if you really want to go nuts, also add his art card. One of the art cards is turned into a Buster card, right? You can put all of that on the NP, and that's not even weird. Like lots of NPs have a bunch of effects like that, and I would say he's fixed. Literally, he'd be totally playable. I wouldn't say he's top tier or anything, but like he's fine. I mean, they didn't really rework Robin. They technically fixed a bug. Yeah, they've never really reworked a servant. Like, reworking a servant would be you just, like, delete everything on their kit and redo it all. And they've never done anything like that. They've never done anything even close to a rework, in my opinion. They've just done buffs that are so big that, you know, they're way stronger. And, you know, they've you know, twinked things under the hood. Like, they changed Iskandar's NP gain rate, you know, under the hood. You know, they nerfed Robin through air quotes fixing a bug and stuff like that. Waver's probably the closest. No, Mash didn't get reworked. She just got a new version that's not reworked. The closest to a rework is Waver, for sure. That might even count, because Waver, they didn't do a buff quest. They didn't do a strengthening quest. They didn't do an interlude. They just changed all 3 of his skills. So that's definitely the closest. Now, I still wouldn't really say it's a rework, because everything that was there before was still there. They just added NP charge to every single skill. But they applied it in a very unique way, though, because they didn't do it through a buff quest, right? It was just there. They just added it. Which, by the way, they should do that more often. But, like, a rework is technically, like, going back to the drawing board and just changing what it does. Not just slapping a new thing on it. Right? Like, if you look at, like, you know, League of Legends, a lot of times when they rework someone, you know, they're really just totally changing, you know, how the skill works, like, fundamentally. I don't think they've never changed how something works fundamentally. They've just added something to it. Yeah, I can't think of a single time where they're like, okay, I mean, Robin's kind of close to that, but, you know, that really was a bug fix. But they've never, like, taken a skill and just, like, removed something from it and then added these other things to it and just, like, changed what it did entirely. They just don't do that. They should, but they don't. Wait, are we done? No. Oh yeah, we still have old servants that got buffs when I wasn't playing that I really need to do. I'd say, but I want to do hard content, but they don't ever let you do that, so. The man. dude, if you're, I think rank ups are actually so dumb. Rank ups and strengthening quests and interludes, they're very short-sighted. And they're very aimed at people like us that have just been playing the game the whole time. Right? So it's like, I've already done Ku's quests. So if Ku gets a strengthening quest, you know, in 3 months from now or whatever, I just do that one quest, and it's not really that big of a deal. And so you have all these like longtime players that just see it that way because most people are just horrible at understanding things from other people's perspectives. But I know this because I've made ult accounts, and I also have a functioning brain that can think outside of the box. If you like start playing FGO right now from scratch, it is miserable. Like, I don't think people realize over the years just how many interludes and strengthening quests there are. And it unironically makes a lot of old characters like kind of bad. Because even if you do their 30 strengthening quests, they become incredibly good. That's so much AP. Right? That's so many AP points and time and everything to do it. It's actually ridiculous. And yeah, and a lot of the interludes have a ridiculous amount of arrows and stuff. It's unbearable if you make a new account, like just how many interludes and strengthening quests there are. Like, I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. Like, you know, when the game was new, right? Like, I remember when I'd make alt accounts to play through the story again and stuff on stream. You know, back then it was like kind of manageable. It was still annoying, but it was like kind of manageable. It is completely unmanageable now. Like, it is absolutely unmanageable now. And it's just stupid because you get a news servant that's like up to date with the status quo of like how strong a character is supposed to be, versus an old character who is, you know, up to date with how strong a character is supposed to be, but after you do a million quests, where the new character, you don't have to do a million quests. They're just good outside the box. And yeah, like if you're a new account, you know, you want to keep up with the whatever current event is going on, you want to do the main story and stuff, but then you're just like, it's impossible, dude. You can't do both, right? Like it's annoying enough like doing the main story and like doing whatever current event is up, and then you're supposed to spend hundreds and thousands of AP on rank up interludes and strengthening quests and all that. Like it's insane. Like it's just absolutely insane. And there's a really easy fix to this. You just make it where all the characters have their buffs by default, and then if you want to get the SQ or see the dialogue or whatever, you can still do the quest for funsies, but like you just give the characters their buffs automatically. Like, my god. Also, yeah, the main story just needs to cost 0 AP. All of it. All of the main story needs to cost 0 AP forever. You should be able to just play the story and then, because here's the thing, shit doesn't even make sense. You should be able to like log in, do your rank up, you know, do the event, farming, you know, farm doors, whatever it is, right? Do your account strengthening content, use up your AP, it's gone, and then now if you want to keep playing FGO, now you can play with your toys and go do the main story. You know, hey, I just did my farming quests and I got these characters stronger. Now my AP's done, but I'm gonna go do the main story. Right? That obviously is how it should be. The reason it's not like that is because they're just greedy fucks, and they want. And here's the thing, it works. This is insane. You have these fucking whales that like they always want to show off on Discord and Twitter and make YouTube videos for every new character that comes out all the time. And they have got to rush through the main story the second it comes out. And because they farm so much, they don't have apples. Like, a lot of these whales don't have any apples because they're just non-stop farming constantly, and they have to max out every event as soon as possible and shit like that. And so when the new story drops, and there's always there's always hidden stuff in the story. Always. There's always like a hidden costume unlock, or a crazy boss, or a new character that you can preview and stuff like that. And so they just have to get to that as fast as possible, and they use SQ. They reset their AP. I know you guys have seen this shit. If you guys watch other streamers, there's loads of other streamers that are just constantly resetting their AP with SQ. All the time. And the ones that are like, you know, obsessed with this game and whatnot, they do it every single, you know, new main story. And so it's just money, right? It's just money in the bank. So then the devs are like, well, why would we get rid of that? Because we make money every time, right? So it's silly. Yeah, thankfully, if you play the game casually and whatnot, and you're not rushing, you can have a bunch of apples, right? Like if you're happy, because like generally, if you either use very few apples or none at all, you'll still clear the event, right? And with the time locks, you have like time to catch up and everything. Like, yeah, the last unlock you'll be a little behind, but you'll beat it before the event is over, generally easily, right? So you can just stockpile the apples, which is what I've always did that. But you know, I never farmed nonstop. I never wanted to level every new unit that was added to the game, because that's the thing. If you're wanting to 10 max out every new unit that's added as soon as possible, as soon as they are added, you have to farm a lot. Like you have to farm a lot. And yeah, so you generally, you know, you're using SQ to refill and stuff like that. It's probably less bad now though, because a lot of people have a backlog of mats. Which, by the way, that's why they always add new mats to new main story. Like this shit's so devious, man. But yeah, whenever they add a new main story, and let's say they add 3 or 4 new characters, those 3 or 4 new characters use mats that weren't in the game before, and so you need to farm them. And so if you want to get it ASAP and show off ASAP and all that, you know, you gotta reset your AP. I was really economical about this when I played this game more seriously, though, where I would be like very efficient with my AP, and I was like super efficient in events where like if I did use apples, I would never use them on the early days. I would always use apples and things like that on the later days when you have way more efficient nodes up. I would always try to be as efficient, because a lot of people try to be efficient with time. They want to like 3-turn and make the stage clear as fast as possible. But I always played where I played efficiently based off of AP. Like I would clear stages slower if I needed to. I'd like take more turns if I could be more optimal with like the boost drops and stuff like that. I always played that way. And it's because I didn't want to use SQ to reset AP ever and stuff like that. And I wanted to save my apples for when I would stream, not for when I was farming. I was like really focused on that. But I don't have to worry about that shit anymore. And now you have blue apples, thank God. So if you actually bother to log on dead days and do blue apples, you shouldn't have much of a problem. Like the apples are pretty fair. I'll definitely say that. I think the apples are quite fair to the player base. But what I'm getting at, it's not even like the game being unfair to free-to-play. It's more that they're trying to take advantage of the over-dedicated whales and stuff and get as much money out of them as possible in every angle that they can. That's really what that's why, you know, they always make when a new main story comes out, it costs a bunch of AP to do the stages, and there's always new mats that you need to farm for the new characters and stuff. Like they're doing that shit on purpose. Oh yeah, I remember Burgess was really fucked up because her mat wasn't even in the game when that was like a mistake. That shit was funny. That doesn't happen very often, but yeah, I remember that. Like you like couldn't you had to, and even if you to get her as like maxed out as you could, you still had to like farm a lot and like get it was a mess. Yeah, I remember it took quite a while for someone to be able to have a 10-10-10 Burgess. I remember you could get like 1 skill to 10 or something like that, but then you had to, and some people would pick different skills. God, so many buff quests. I do need to log in more though every once in a while to make blue apples. Make sure I don't fall behind on that. Holy fuck, the power. He's even got the talent tree maxed out. I don't know who this is. I like how it's the last one I check and it takes an hour for it to load the profiles. Oh yeah, I like vaguely remember them getting added. Yeah, farming story stages like free quests and stuff is so inefficient, but I mean, lots of whales do it. I mean, loads of whales do it. And they use that third-party app to just like go, so they don't have to actually like bother, and they don't really care about the AP cost because lol money. I remember back in the day, and this probably hasn't changed with other Gacha games, because FGO's not cool anymore. That's the thing. You know, it has a dedicated fan base, and it's a bit cooler, I guess, than JP, but like, you know, it's not the hip Gacha game to like show off on the plebs. And I've seen this. I'm not gonna name names, but like I know for a fact. Some of them I even talked to them, and I know this is the case. So in early FGO, and still somewhat now, but you know, again, FGO's not the in game. There's all these like rich kids, right? Like I know several by name, but I'm not gonna name them. But they were like just born into rich ass families, and they're like bored, and they want to show off and, you know, feel important and all these things. Lost is like the anti-whale. I'll get into that in a second. It's none of those. Anyway, but you have these like rich kids, and I know one in particular where like he literally would just switch games. Like he literally switched off of FGO because it wasn't the in game anymore. He wasn't playing it because he liked Fate or he liked FGO. He was playing it because he just wanted a space to feel like he's elite and special and look how good he is and be noticed and that kind of thing. So then whatever game was popular, he just switches to that. I think he still makes stuff too. Anyway, but a lot of whales are like that. They're these rich kids that have a bunch of money and they have no sense of value of what money's worth. So they have no issue just constantly resetting their AP to like get ahead. And the thing is, they basically they can't not do it, right? They can't refuse because they hate the idea. I remember this one whale, he like was so angry because, you know, he couldn't get Castoria because he kind of joined the game a little late, and he couldn't get Castoria because she's not rated up. And now his account is like inferior to all the other whales. And this bothered him so much that he wanted to like buy an account that already had her and stuff. You know, never mind playing the game and the story or any of that. You know, he just has to have Castoria so he's not being like laughed at by the other whales. Right? It's so stupid, man. And it's things that works, and the devs know it for these games. They know there's these rich morons that have like a chip on their shoulder, and they can get them to just spend an unbelievable amount, and because they have no sense. Because like, you know, where I'm at in life now, I've you know, I'm a bit older now, and I have more money than I've ever had. But I'm not using it on this shit. Are you kidding me? It don't matter how much money I've got. I am never spending fucking money on these stupid ass phone games. And I'm certainly not spending it on like resetting my AP. Like, holy fuck no. Like, it's because I have like a sense of money, right? Like, I know I have a good like value scale, right? These dumb rich fucking morons, rich kids, they have no sense of value of what money is worth. And so they spend it on the dumbest shit. You have these like kids that spend like $50,000 on a mobile game. Like, are you kidding me? Like, oh my god. And the devs know it. The devs fucking know it. And yeah, now they all play, you know, whatever, you know, mobile games are popular, Woo-Wah or you know, whatever. What even is the biggest one right now? Because every time I've casually checked the postings, now mind you, the public money stuff isn't perfect because a lot of stuff like Genshin's PC sales aren't tracked, and they've actually done studies that show most of Genshin's money actually comes from PC, not mobile, and that's just not tracked. It's still Genshin, really. Because what I was gonna say is that every time I look at it casually, it's fucking the ladies, whatever their game is called, I forget. But that Love and Deep Space. That's every time I casually check it, that's number one. Now it's probably not really number one, because like if you see Genshin at like number 3, it's actually number 1, right? Because it whatever it made on mobile, it made more on PC. And those sales are not tracked. You know, they're only tracked through the Google Store and the Apple Store. You know, any other form of money for them, like PayPal and all that stuff, none of that's tracked. And most like polls and stuff show that that's actually where the majority of their money is coming from. So shit's fucked. That ladies game has had a ton of drama lately. What'd they do? Yeah, most of the games aimed at the women's actually do make a lot of money, like for sure. But I don't know if they make a lot on PC. I remember Nikki or whatever it's called a while ago. That's right. Wait, I'm thinking of a different one, right? Because isn't there multiple? There's like the Nikki one that's like a shooter. Then there's the other one that's like really whimsical and all that. I don't know which one of those has like held on better. Yeah, pings. Yeah, sorry, my Discord never. There we go. Now it just never mutes right. I'm gonna read all this stuff you all are saying. Love and Deep Space wanted to add a new character, but a lot of drama happened. The devs said they won't add him or any character ever. Wait, what? That can't be right. Love and Deep Space. I remember I heard vaguely about this drama. Wanted to add a new character, but a lot of drama happened, and the devs said they won't add him or any new character ever again. There's no way that's correct because they won't make any money. That's like some drama queen shit. We're never adding a character ever again. I know a new character got axed. I know that. But I can't imagine they're never adding a new character. It's like Limbus. Wait a minute. Like that part I get, but like, wait a minute. So this tell me if I'm wrong. It sounds like I am. I thought when I vaguely saw of it was they were adding some new dude that was like, you know, an abusive, toxic asshole or something. There was something about this character that made people icky and like didn't want him in the game. That was my assumption. But what it sounds like is it was literally just a character that wasn't this like, you know, the original cast or whatever that they keep making alternates of. He's just very masculine, of course. Okay, I got it. So not like the typical K-pop idol and oh my god, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. He looks too Western. Oh my god. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. That's so much dumber than I thought. That's so much dumber than I thought. That's like, bro, because if you don't like the thing, that's fine. Then don't get that one. If you don't like PlayStation, go buy an Xbox. You shouldn't be mad that PlayStation exists. If you like EDF 5, play EDF 5, and if you don't like Dynasty Warriors, don't play Dynasty Warriors. Why the fuck would you make that much of an uproar over just a guy that's not your cup of tea? Oh my god, that's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. Are these bitches just crazy? I mean, not that F goes any better. Like, you know, remember when they changed Arthur's voice lines? Remember that? He breaks in the girl's apartment in the promotional video, and they are crying. It romanticizes criminal activity, but they ignore the other two male leads that drug and kidnap. So, I mean, it kind of depends. Is this kind of like a, like... There's so many reasons why in a trailer someone might bust into a building, right? So it's like context can matter there. But yeah, obviously drugging and kidnapping is just... There's really no context that's good. They say it's okay because they already knew beforehand. That's not a thing. Just because you've known someone doesn't mean it's okay that they drugged you. If one of my family members drugs me, I'm probably going to kill them. I'm just saying, like, there's this, I don't care. If anything, the longer I've known you, the worse it is that you, like, did something like that. Jesus Christ. Anyways. Back on point, though, these games make a lot of money from really stupid and mentally fucked up people. Because Some of them are rich kids that have a lot of disposable money that they don't even understand the value of, and they're just trying to be elite in the scene, right, and stuff like that. But then you also have people that are just not mentally well, and which I think this conversation has proved that. But yeah, they're just not mentally well at all. Counterclassing is probably too strong here. Perfect. I really never spent any money on these games. I only did like GSSR, and I didn't even do every GSSR, not even close. I just did them occasionally. I always have had this mindset. Like, I don't like spending money. It is nothing to do with how much money I do or don't have. I never like spending money. And funnily enough, though, I don't mind spending money on other people, right? That I don't have a problem with. I do not like spending money on myself. It always doesn't feel good. And then I certainly don't want to spend money on a game like this, especially when you can obtain things free. Like, you know, I like all these awesome things I have on my FGO account, and I got them for free, right? That's just way cooler to me. And, like, I don't want to get every character. One, that just sounds horrible because your inventory is going to be death, and the amount of mats you're going to need is going to be death. And most of the characters I don't really like, so who gives a shit? And when you actually have to pick and choose, then, like, your taste shows. If someone has every single character in the game maxed out, you don't see anything there, right? Where, like, you can look at my account and get, like, an idea of what I like and don't like and whatnot. Same for, like, my friend Kai or Ace or Lost and stuff. You know, you can kind of... It's neat to see what they decide to go for. Now, back on Lost, right? Not to put this man on blast, and actually I'm really not putting him on blast here. Lost, though, is like the anti-whale. Because Lost doesn't, like, advertise that he's a whale, and he doesn't try to show off. He's not on the whale discords trying to show off how awesome he is and like how, you know, none of that. He doesn't do any of that. He doesn't bring any attention to the fact that he wails. And he wails purely pragmatically, right? He doesn't wail on a character to show off. He'll wail on a character that he actually wants because he doesn't have enough free SQ at the time to get it, right? That's all. That's literally what he does. He's like, oh, I like that one. I want to get that one. And he doesn't do it on, like, every character that's added. Now, he'll make sure he gets some NP5 and, you know, all that kind of stuff. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, Lost is like a responsible whale. And also, you know, Lost has a decent amount of money, right? Like, the man makes decent money. And so it's like he uses it to get the thing he wants in a video game, right? You know, he's not getting literally every character that's added. That's totally fine, right? He's not putting himself in jeopardy of being thrown on the street, right? Because he wailed too much in FGO or any other game, right? He doesn't do that. Wow, this guy just never attacked George through those 3 turns. What a dick. And Beastly Whale is like that too, which is funny because his name's Beastly Whale. I think it kind of just goes by Beastly now. But, you know, Beastly just wails on the stuff that he actually wants. Right? Like, then that's it. Yeah, I think if it's not even about if it's a gacha game or not, it really is just about managing your finances, right? So if you're like, I'm okay with spending, you know, X amount of dollars every, you know, few months, either you buy a $60 game or you spend that $60, you know, on a mobile game, whatever. That's fine, but you have to have willpower and budget, right? You don't, because what people do is they keep spending until they get the thing that they want. You cannot do that. That's gambling. You know, if you're like, I'm gonna budget and, like, I'm gonna put, you know, $10 a month into FGO or $15, whatever the fuck it is, right? That's fine. And by the way, a healthy way to do it is make sure you don't do it when you're rolling. If you want to have, like, a healthy mindset, if you're like, okay, I'm really into Woo-Wah or Punisher Gray Raven or whatever the game is you're into. Like, it's like your hobby, right? And just like you would spend money on models if you're into building models, or you know, whatever your hobby is, you're gonna put some money into it. So if Punisher Gray Raven's your hobby and you're okay with spending $20 a month on it, right? That's totally fine. Don't be like, okay, I haven't spent money in this amount of months, so I can keep rolling on this. Don't do that. Just be like, okay, I'm gonna buy $20 of currency or whatever, and I'm not even gonna use it right now because there's nothing. I don't need it right now, but I'm gonna put the $20 in and then don't touch it, right? And then when it gets around to when you do want to use it, you built up a stockpile, and then you don't have to like gamba, right? Way healthier way of doing it. Models are awesome, by the way. Just to put that out there. Can he do 29k? I mean, if I buffed and stuff, or I got a lucky crit, sure, but no guarantee of that. I guess I just NP and then do that. Kill 2 of them. Hey, there's nothing wrong with getting figures and models and any of that stuff. It's the same principle though, right? You gotta budget thine self. I'm very lucky that my father made me very financially literate, and like my dopamine is not tied to spending money in any way at all. Quite the opposite, actually. Like if I spend money, I feel miserable. So I generally don't do it. You know, if I want to go be happy or do something, you know, I do this crazy thing called going outside or enjoying the things I already have. Because, like, if I want to play a game, I have such a backlog of old games, you know, I don't need to buy a new game just because it's new. Now, if a new game is like, hey, this legitimately looks awesome, and this legitimately looks like something I'm interested in, then that's fine, right? But I don't need to buy a game just because it's new, right? I can go play, you know, some old game I've never played, or an old game I haven't played in a long time, and I'm gonna have a good time. Card games are so predatory, dude. Like physical real life card games, they are so crazy predatory. Yeah, I don't play those at all. You know, some of them are interesting mechanically and stuff, right? But yeah, their business models are atrocious. They're so fucked up. And I'll see people be like, oh, this one's not that bad. I only had to spend like $600. Like, bro, it's so dumb. And that's actually like budget for them. Oh, this is last enemy. Well, that makes me sad. I haven't used any of my abilities. Alright, well, let's see how hard he hits at neutral here. $157. Decent. Yeah, I remember you telling me that, Gambler. And the thing is, card games constantly change. A lot of people, like, they're dying by 1,000 cuts with card games and they don't realize it. Because for like one meta cycle, right, one format or whatever it is, they'll be like, wow, it only costs like $80 to get a budget deck, right? But then they didn't get the budget deck though. They got the, you know, $200 deck or whatever. But it's like, yeah, it's, you know, my hobby. But then there's another format or another cycle, right? Now there's new set of cards, and then they do it again, and they do it again. Oh, and then this one didn't go so good, so they had to get a few extra things. And then this time the deck they play is a little bit more expensive. But then this other time it's a bit cheaper, right? But then over time they've spent thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, and they just don't even realize it. I see that all the fucking time with card games. That's why I liked Hearthstone. I don't know if it's still good in this department. But like, one, Hearthstone was just nice because it was all digital, so the card interactions made sense and were clear, and they could buff and nerf things without having to reprint and all that. But I never spent a penny on Hearthstone, right? And I was able to enjoy it and have a good time. Me go face. Yeah, you would be that guy. Always hit face. Man, I wish we could test these new units. Like, I'd love to use Leonidas in some meaningful content right now, but there's really no way to do that. Oh my god, handlock. Warlock did have some wild decks. Oh yeah, scalpers, that's always a thing. By the way, everyone blames the scalpers, and don't get me wrong, they're not awesome, but it really is the company's fault. Because they act like, you know, oh, you know, we try to make as many as we can, you know. No, they don't. No, they don't. You could literally buy from the manufacturer. It's not like when digital games act like they're out of stock. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You could literally order XYZ. You don't need to order packs and boxes. You could literally just order this card and that card from the manufacturer, and they could just print it for very little and give it to you at a profit. But no, that's not good enough. No. We have to make you gamble. Like, no. You have to buy a series of RNG packs until you get it that way. And then we're gonna blame scalpers? Like, no, scalpers exist because they're the only way you can buy cards directly. Hello? Whose fault is that? That's the manufacturer's fault, right? Like, Jesus Christ. Like, scalpers are a symptom, right? Not the cause. The company is the cause, and they play victim. Like, oh my god, we try our best to combat scalper. No, you don't. You know exactly how to stop scalpers, right? Literally just remove the fucking RNG from this shit, and all of a sudden scalpers are gone. Because, like, unlike things like GPUs, where you unironically have, like, real issues with supply and demand, you know, cards are not hard to print. At all, right? Like, no effort here. Because, like, that's why scalping works so well with rare things. Is because, you know, the manufacturer can't actually meet supply and demand. No, no, Pizza, that doesn't. Do you see the problem there, Pizza? The manufacturer isn't just letting you buy the card. They're making you buy the card included with something else, right? When you could just contact them and put in an order and they print it like a normal business, right? And that's the thing, is they don't want to be a normal business, because even though they could literally sell it where they have plenty of profit margin, right? It literally costs cents to make these cards, right? So they're still gonna have a huge profit margin. That's not good enough. No. We have to have bigger profit margin. That's the entire reason this is a problem. Now, with like GPUs, you know, and RAM and that kind of stuff, you have the problem of other companies buying this stuff in bulk because of AI, and so the manufacturer physically cannot keep up with supply and demand, right? It's not possible, right? And so that's like a different issue with scalpers there. That one is harder to solve, although, you know, the companies, you know, with the AI is kind of the real issue there. Why do you only use low star? As I'm using Lancelot. Although, I guess Lancelot really isn't, you know, I guess these days some people don't really see 4 stars as anything special, but, especially a lowly, unlimited 4-star. Imagine that. Hmm? I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh does reprint, but and like I know they have less of a scalper problem, but they still have some scalper problems, especially when new sets come out. And it's because you still aren't buying directly from the manufacturer, right? You're not putting in an order like, you know, hello Konami, I would like to order 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons, 2 Dark Magicians, and a Pot of Greed. You don't do that. You're like, you know, through a retailer, I'm gonna buy a bunch of packs that just have total RNG cards in them, and until I get the ones that I need, right? Or you buy from the scalpers that already bought a bunch, and then they sell the individual cards. You can only buy individual cards, you know, third party. That's why it's a problem. Like, that's why they have these issues. And it's not like the manufacturer only one Pot of Greed. Yeah, I know, right? It's not like the manufacturers, though, are incapable of, you know, just printing specific cards and stuff like that to fill an order. They just don't, because they want more money. Like, that's the thing. They jump through all these hoops trying to act like, you know, their business model isn't just trying to get you to gamble to spend more money. That is what it is. That's exactly what card games are doing. They're trying to get you to gamble to spend more money than you otherwise would. That's all it is. It's that's end of story. And that's why scalpers are a thing. And you know what's funny? People buy from scalpers because a lot of times it's still cheaper, even though it's like, you know, really inflated and it's not, you know, ridiculous how much you have to spend. It's still fucking cheaper. Now, sometimes the scalpers, though, are so bad that you can't even buy the packs, right? You can't even go the Gamba RNG route, especially for, like, popular card games when, like, a new set comes out. Like, sure, you could buy the old packs, but, you know, it can be hard to, you know, like I know, like, Pokemon has, like, the biggest problem with this shit. Well, like Lego Star Wars, right? Like the physical Lego sets. That's kind of different because some of the sets that are really sought after are really old and aren't even made anymore. Now, you know, there's newer ones too, but, you know, like some of the most expensive Lego Star Wars sets are ones that just aren't made anymore. I know, and you got that whole Lego scandal going on right now with that company that stole that guy's Legos, and that shit is insane. It's like a certain, like a company like was holding that guy's Legos to display them, kind of like a museum, right? And then that company got bought by another company, and then the company that bought them acts like they own the Legos, which they don't. And then they sold them, but they had no right to sell them because they don't own them. Yeah, I know it's not done. I've been keeping tabs on it. It's ridiculous. And all the corrupt law enforcement and stuff. I don't even need my NP. We do cool animations here. I kind of forget what my favorite chain with him is. I like that opening buster right there, though. That one's good. He really does have good animations. Like, my god. Oh yeah, the negative PR wasn't worth it at all. They're pretty fucked by all this. Like, they're not. That company's not looking great. You know what Lego should have done? I'm actually surprised Lego hasn't done this, because this would have been infinite good PR. Lego should have, because Lego's such a large company that this is a drop in the bucket. They should have come in and been like, hey, we're gonna give this, we're gonna, you know, get these sets, you know, new versions of all these sets, and give them to the guy, you know, the victim, and just give him all the shit, and be like, yeah, fuck that company, they suck. And then, you know, that would just be the best PR for Lego ever. Like, that would have been insane. But I think Lego just wants to stay out of it, and they haven't really done anything on either side of it. You know what? Sometimes you gotta use the thing that you put all the effort into. And you know what? We're gonna be even dumber and do that. Oh my god, Maxi. I don't even play Yu-Gi-Oh, but I know what that is. Ironic music that's playing right now. Gotta go whoop that guy's ass. I do find it funny that Ku is like the anti-Emiya in like every way, both in like personality and like what kind of hero he is, and in his toolkit. He's just like designed to be the anti-Emiya. Alright, find some sabers here. Do this for the attack up. Should be fine. Can he kill it? Most certainly. Looking at his damage earlier, I was like, damn, but, Jesus Christ. Although we did crit, but still. I don't even need my NP. Doing that one because it applies the burn, so... Give me those crits. This one has a defense up. I don't think it's gonna matter. Dude, 21k only self buffs on a saber that has a defense up. What the hell is that? That's so disgusting, dude. Oh man, it's only 2 waves. That's not enough. I need more than that. I should probably apply the burn. How much are we gonna do? 134. God damn. Yang CE just says isn't right. 53k. No, don't even have self buffs. Literally no buffs. And 53k at neutral. So it's like over 100k if it was an archer, and even more if it was a berserker because it gets that attack bonus against berserkers. That is disgusting. God, how much attack can Jolter have now with the 3k? And if she's fighting a berserker, because Avengers don't normally counterclass, that's kind of the shtick. But when they do get to counterclass, it's so disgusting. God, that's so many buffs. 21k without CE. So they give her like Black Grail because it has that extra attack on it. And there's that Buster up one too that has extra attack on it. And obviously she's very Buster based. I think it's like Buster and crit up. That's actually not bad for her. I never did add any more advanced quests. There's a few ones I never did, but they're just like bullshit ones that I don't care about that I did on my ult account. Yeah, like these aren't even interesting. There's only like 2 or 3 advanced quests that are actually fun. It kind of sucks. That system could have been so much better than it was. You know, I never did the damage test thing. I did everything else in here though. By the way, what the fuck was that Morgan stage? I didn't even like know what it was, and I just had Ku and some like whatever units, and by the end of it, my Ku was so buffed out the ass that like it's like unkillable. I just like deleted Morgan. That was really funny. It's kind of like based on that old challenge quest with her, I think, from Tesla Fest or whatever. But they just buff the hell out of you. So I thought one of these would be single target and one would be AoE, but it looks more like it's just different classes. Are they just both AoE? Because I don't get it. That's weird. It's definitely a damage test because you got the thing there. Yeah. They really should just make it one single target and one AoE. I don't really give a shit then. Like if they're all just AoE, then like who gives a fuck? I don't know, maybe you need to do it for these missions or something, but I never really found the damage stuff that interesting. Like, oh man, buff stacking. I don't really believe that stuff. They always say shit like that. It's just bullshit. I really don't believe anything JP devs say. They lie nonstop. Like, it's all PR. Like, dude, the amount of... Oh God, I don't even know where to start with Japanese companies. The amount of stuff that... Like, basically, anytime the money... It's money, okay? Like, don't kid ourselves here. Most decisions with anything in business is money. And they'll say all this stupid shit trying to act like that's not what it is. Just like with card games. They're trying to act like, oh my God, we try so hard to stop the scalpers. But no, it's fucking money. Like, shut the fuck up. And like JP companies are so bad about this. They care so much about this like image, right? And like they'll never badmouth like another company generally, even if they actually hate them behind the scenes and blah 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 blah. It's all nonsense. Yeah, they just want money. I guess that's it. Yeah, there's really nothing to do here. I guess we could kind of use Leonidas in this stage. Ex-Explorer, are you still here? Because we could do like give Gilles de Ray's Pierce Invulnerability CE, and like this is, you can kind of test him out here, and you could use Leonidas as the tank and stuff. That'd be hard though. Him at level 70 is still not gonna be that much damage, but we'll see. I just don't see, like, a 70 Bedivere is just such reliable, like, damage, just really reliable damage and like repeated, that I can't imagine a 7, like if they're both 70, you know, Bedivere 70, Gilles de Rais 70, I just can't see him keeping up, but we'll see. I mean, I guess you could use him with Bedivere. There is that. That's gonna be really tough for Leonidas, though. Fuck, I think Ex-Explorer might have failed. Damn it. Because yeah, you really have to have Pierce Invulnerability Craft Essence if you're gonna do it this way. Yeah, he's right there, but we need that CE swapped. Damn. I mean, you know, you can use Calamity Jane and all that kind of stuff, but it's so much easier with just the Craft Essence. You can't do every gimmick at once, right? You can't test out Leonidas while also like trying to do the charm thing and Calamity Jane, right? Yeah, kind of have to pick a lane. I mean, 120 is outrageously overpowered for this, but fuck it, we'll do it. But yeah, give him like a debuff clear, you know, and like a buster card, and you know, heal boost and heal on stuff. He's so good with heal boost, with the heal boost he already has. Do I have you added? Yeah, you have to add me. Hey, look, there's someone with, but you have to add me, and I have to add you. That's like the only way to do it quickly. Is that IC23, I wonder? Duck. I normally eat the Japanese ones, not because I have any issue with the JP players. It's more of, they're more likely to be just random drive-bys that aren't from like the stream or anything. Oh wait, do you already have an invite in here? Oh, okay. Sick. Yeah. If you add me back, it's generally faster. That should work. But yeah, give him a Pierce of Vulnerability Craft Essence and, you know, good old command codes. And God, this is going to be such overkill at 120. I really do want to see him at 70 though, because I'm curious if he can do it. The original killer. Yeah, definitely not that. Oh, you got to do the buff quest though, because that's kind of what we're testing, and that buff is just so insane. I'll just get the team set up though in the meantime. Let's see. I mean, Bedivere does make sense because he'll allow Gilles de Reyes to do his super buff, which is like no joke. So this, I could totally bring Grand George. Very tanky. Honestly, Grand George isn't bad here because you can clean up. Yeah, it's because his third skill doesn't change. I probably should fix that though, just out of principle. But his third skill doesn't really change when you level it up. It's like the same defense up and stuff. Bedivere is actually kind of weird like that. Pretty much all of his skills. I don't know if the new battery that they added to him later is like that, but most of his skills, the effect is exactly the same. Like, the amount of damage up you get is the same at level 1 and level 10, so it really changes is like the cooldown and stuff like that. Well, the damage one may not be like that, but I know the defense up is just the same, no matter what. I want to say even the bat. Let me look. It's been such a long time. Let me see. Oh my god, he needs hero proofs. Why does everyone need hero proofs? God. But yeah, the defense up is 30%, just no matter what. For one turn. And then, yep, the battery is just 30%, no matter what. Okay, the first skill, though, does change. The MP damage does go up. So that's the only one. This is why I haven't leveled it, because it takes hero proofs and all that, and it just doesn't really matter. It's really just lowering the cooldown. Hmm. I mean, if this plays well, I don't know. I can't. The problem with Gilles de Reyes too. If I do this kind of setup, it might be kind of hard to enable him. We'll see. And if we don't kill the boss quick, we are gonna have to eat that NP, and that's where like Bedivere is not the best. Could do that one, but probably not needed. That'd be good on Gilles de Reyes, though, probably. I mean, I guess this one's fine, too. Either one, really. I don't want to give him a defense up CE and maybe NP, like, on turn 2 or something. Hmm. Pretty low on the budget there. Alright, now we gotta wait. So if he's gotta do the buff quest, it's gonna take a minute. Oh my god, please ban Max C. That's funny. Is Max C a Yu-Gi-Oh thing? Yeah. There, we gotta wait. We need a Pierce CE and we need the buff skill. Are you not allowed to see what their other trees are? Yeah, I guess it only shows you the one. Why even put these here then? By the way, chat. Oh my god, the frustration. So, chat, you see this? See this right here? See, they're capable of this. Can you believe that? They're capable of this. Now imagine. Why isn't that here? Like, why do we need? What? We don't need this. We don't need this. We don't need any of this. Why isn't that just right here? And then you can click it, and then it filter in. If you click caster, it just filters just casters. And there's plenty. Look, you don't need so much of this. Isn't needed. You can have this. Can just be much smaller in like in a corner. You don't need all this text. You can literally just put this here, right? You don't need this text. You don't need any of this. Like, none of this is fucking needed. You can just optimize this so much better, and you can have plenty of room to have all the classes right there that you just click them, and then like on a different row or on the side over here or on the side over here or underneath it, you can have the rarities. So you can click caster and 3-star, and then boom, there's all your 3-star casters. That's not hard. That's not hard at all. That's actually really easy. And like they literally already have the art assets in the game. So how about you use them instead of having all this blank space? But no, they want us to do this and go through. Like are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, this game was made when I was in middle school. Oh god, that makes me feel old. I was not in middle school when this game came out. It is really ridiculous that in 11 years they're still using this just fucking garbage UI, and they haven't shown any signs of trying to make it better, right? They haven't shown even the slightest sign of caring about it, because they just tack on more shit. You know, they use the systems that are already in place, and then they just slap you know, more dumb stuff on it. What does his CE do? Let me look. Can you believe I haven't memorized what Saber Gilda de Rey's Bond 10 Craft Essence does? Increases party's buster performance by 20%. Reduces party's debuff resistance by 20%. That's okay. It's not like the best. It's, I don't know. I think the 50% battery is better, because then with this and that, he can NP turn 1, and then he can use his second skill on NP again. So I would vote for that. It's not terrible though, because this does make Bedivere hit harder. That is kind of part of the package. Which 5-star Saber you think is getting buffed? I have no idea, because I just don't really keep up with 5 stars. They've added so many 5 stars since I was more active that I couldn't possibly have an opinion. Like, oh my god, there's so many 5-star Sabers now. You know, even when I play the game more casually, you know, I do keep up with the low stars, but really don't give a shit about the 5 stars. And I was really active in this game, though. I would have an opinion, because I kind of just played everything and kept track of everything, and you know, I knew the game like the back of my hand, but I just don't give a shit. Like, I know they added Gray as a Saber, but I don't even know, like, I don't know what the fuck she does. I have no idea. Okay. Let's see. I definitely want this, because Leo is not using his NP off the rip. Get all that good stuff. Unfortunately, he only has these, and there's no way to make a... How do we do this? There's no way for him to do like a rainbow chain or anything. I could just Bedivere NP and then do quick art, but I want to use his NP because his buster cards are probably going to be in the next hand, so... Kind of an unfortunate opening here. I could art chain and try to get Leo's. Yeah, let's do that. Although now I just realized I'm not going to have a whole lot in the way of stars, but we'll see. CC on quick removes defense down. It shouldn't be a problem because Leo should be keeping us safe here. Okay, I need to be attacked though. Don't make a liar out of me. So, let's see. Maybe I should have saved this just for the stars. I should have brought Anniversary Blonde. Like 1000%. I should have brought Anniversary Blonde. Because thing is, Bedivere's better for doing it right now. Because, we're probably not gonna crit. Yeah, I'll probably, if we don't get anywhere, I'll reset and try to fix it. Motherfucker, dude. See, like, we're already so far in, and, like, you know, Bedivere, even at level 70, would have already broke this bar, man. We could bring, like, Hans instead of Bedivere. Bedivere's only there, really, to be a star attribute. I mean, Bedivere can do damage here, though. I mean, like, for sure, but... I just wanted the heal for Leonidas. Yeah, all Gilles de Reyes needs now is for his MP to last 3 turns, and I think he'll be fine for the most part. I don't think he's gonna instantly be like the meta low star saber, but... Bedivere is just so good, it's really hard to compete. But it's fine, someone has to be top tier. Let's see. Why is his NP fucking art? Why did they do that? Like, just why did they do? It's just so annoying. I mean, I could Bedivere NP to put a Buster at the start, and then do his NP, and then do his Buster card. Fuck. I don't want to do this right now. Oh my god, this is so fun. Why did they do this to him? Sometimes you just have to do the thing that makes sense. I think we do this. Because Bedivere, I don't know, he's only 92. He's not, let's see, he's got... This is tough. I could do his first to make the Buster up a little bit bigger. Well, I'm about to be kicking myself. We'll see. The problem is Bedivere's just better, right? So it just makes the deck really awkward. Bedivere, I need you to break this bar, buddy. Okay. Not quite. This is so awkward. If we don't use the Leo card, he's gonna have a really hard time getting his NP. How about this song, though? Chat, why did they never make another F-Zero game? Like, Captain Falcon got so popular with Smash Brothers, they forgot. I remember their PR bullshit excuse was because the last F-Zero game they made was perfect and they couldn't add on to it, and that's the biggest piece of shit excuse I've ever heard in my life. Look at fucking Kirby Air Riders, right? And like, look at how much of a video game that is. You can do that with F-Zero. There you go. He was too good, they couldn't live up to him. I mean, that's probably true. Okay, champ. You have a lot of buffs here. And you have a 90% crit rate. Don't you fuck this up. You know, we're having a hard time making a fluffy blank emote. I need to send that Jessica Bra to Diva, because that is not a bad format for a blank emote. That kind of soulless eyes, that's really good. That really emphasizes the blankness. And like, cause you can do the like, you know, neutral mouth, but you can also just go no mouth like that. That's not bad either. Bro, I don't want to use. Okay, see, what the fuck? Literally, what the fuck? I don't want to use all these jars because a 90% crit failed. A 90% crit failed. Fucking critical failure. So this is actual save scum cheating, which I don't like to do, but I'm livid. So, and I legitimately don't even know like how the fuck does this math out? And now we have to see, will this even break? Watch double 90 fail. Wow, that crit difference, though. My god. We just overkilled like a champ. Why you got a double crit Leonidas? 95% NP, by the way. I guess you do that. It's a little awkward. Maybe I should give him the Buster up just to see. I love how he's getting that defense, but wow. Okay. Boy, give this boy Merlin. Oh my god, why is that a gimmick? Should have saved Bedivir's defense up. Well, Gilles de Reyes is fine, because he's got that Grand Saber bonus there. Motherfucker! I could have cast the other guts to do the attack up again. What a fucking bitch. You just had to crit. This is why fucking Mordred rebelled, by the way. Just terrible fucking person. Justified rebellion. Do I heal Bedivere? Tough call. We definitely do this. And this. And then this. I mean, it's not bad if George comes in. Look at all these buffs. Okay, this was kind of awesome. Like, I know he's 120, but still, that was kind of awesome. And I just melted those 2 health bars. Hi, George. Please tell me I gave George, I'm not sure I gave George Pierce invulnerability. Fuck. I didn't. I wanted to give him the anti-caster one, but I forgot. I didn't equip it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Now we have to... Oh no. Why didn't I just click that button? Why didn't I just click that fucking button? Now Gilles de Rais... I think we have to reset. That's just game over. Oh my god. I swear I equipped that, dude. I mean, Gilles de Rais might still be able to do it, but it would take fucking forever. Oh my god. You fucked that up. Jesus Christ, dude. We had a pretty good deck shuffle on that one, so it was unfortunate. What would you say the golden era of this game was? Before it was released. I don't know, maybe like around like Neurofest 2 when they were actually gave a shit. Because back then they used to make very different events that weren't so formulaic. You know, you had events like Neurofest 2, but you had like you know, the Edmund event, you know, with the challenge tower and all that. You know, they used to just be a lot more creative. And they used to also just do more stuff, like when they added America, they added a whole bunch of characters at once and stuff like that, and that was pretty standard. They used to add low stars regularly. They were actually updating things back then. Started like caring about the story more and putting more effort into it. They were like cleaning things up. Now they were so behind, they had such a far way to go. The problem is ever since then to now, they haven't cleaned up much more. They started doing animation updates so slowly. Now they do them like once a year. You know, they don't do creative events anymore at all. The events are so... They've been boring for like a good 5 or 6 years. They've really stopped giving a shit about events. They're so lame. They're so copy-pasted. Oh, man. Like, it sucks. But, I mean, it was definitely better, I would say, around then. You know, that kind of like Neurofest 2, you know, Camelot, Babylon, Solomon. You know, those were good, right? Solomon was an awesome finale. It was so cool seeing it unfold, like, as the time locks came out and stuff. That was all really cool. Really, yeah, 1.0 was peak, even though it has a lot of problems. You know, the animations are bad and everything, but yeah, I actually do think 1.0 was the best. Now, the beginning of 1.0 wasn't very good, but like, you know, kind of around Neurofest 2 and Camelot and all that, I definitely think that's when the game was at its best. It was really exciting back then, too. You never knew what they were going to do and add, and there were cool boss fights, and, you know, Guadia was so cool and stuff. But, yeah, they started coasting and firing devs and just not really, you know, they would only hire really cheap devs and stuff like that, so it's just kind of been downhill. It doth suck. Do I want that defense up or not? Oh man, he got both Buster cards right now. That's actually kind of a bad thing. That's definitely a bad thing. Very hard to enable that here. Let's see. I wonder if I should do Buster, NP Buster, or NP Buster. Probably NP Buster Buster, as awkward as that is. Holy shit, this is the most awkward. Imagine joining FGO during the maintenance nonsense like that. What's your favorite coup video? I do like the tree one. That was just hilarious. That dude saying that Ku can't solo it and everything. That was a lot. That was funny. That was a fun boss fight too. Too easy now, lol power creep, but that was a fun fight at the time. Yeah, fucking art crits, dude. Artoria, man. I don't know. I like a lot of them. I like some of the fights with what's her name? Not Sakura. Love Goddess using Sakura's body. The music was really good. Not to toot my own horn, but the music was really good in those videos. I forgot what the fuck is her name. Hama, thank you. I don't know why I couldn't remember that. I just could not get the name. I'm old, man. I'd have to think about it. I like the Ku video, when I beat fucking Camelot Gwaine with Ku. That was cool. But I'd have to look at him, to be honest. As for like favorite video, like not a Ku video, but favorite video, it's probably Kiyohime in what was it, 6.5 or 5.5? I fucking loved that, making that video. That was a good one. Yes, I know I might be forgetting some though. I'm old, like I said. Yeah, the Kiyohime Buster, Matrix dodge, all that shit. That was really, I enjoyed the shit out of that. And like the poor ad getting bodied. That's in there for like no reason too. It's like I was just playing through it, and you know, I was just fucking around, and I'm like, when I was editing, I'm like, oh yeah, I can totally do this. Oh, and the one where Vlad gets ultra murdered. That wasn't even like the best editing I've ever done. It was more like I just had that idea in my head of him getting hit so hard he got knocked into Epic 7. And then there's that girl in Epic 7 that like hits people like a baseball bat, and I was like, oh yeah, I could totally do that. So it was just funny. Like I'd had that in my head for a really long time, and I just enjoyed actualizing that. That's like really juvenile, but it was fucking, I enjoyed the shit out of that. Man, I never made that London summary video, and I was gonna do that Ku joke there. I had that like ready, I had the footage for that ready for so long, and I just never did it. I had some really good footage for it too. Oh my god, that double Gilgamesh guy, dude. Holy shit, that was a thing. Alright, what do I even do here? I don't think Bedivir's up to doing 600k. I want to NP, but I kind of need to, cause see, the next hand, he's not, Gilles is not gonna have, Buster stuff, so I think I need to save it. As awesome as it is to double up with the buffs, I don't think that's the play here. That is, Fed Boss in chat, and Fred Boss. Been around a good while. And yeah, this is a mad lag. It's kind of awesome how much damage this fucker can do. I do like getting that defense buff here. It's nice. Look at that. It just doesn't even care. Tanks it like a champ. Now, don't you fucking run this. Okay, that's fine. 300% by the way. Oh shit, now I can't NP though. Because we didn't resist the thingy, and there's no... Man, I'm so greedy though. I want to give Leo the... I need someone to die so I get Asclepius. But yeah, my god, I'm greedy. I want to give him the... What is this fucking hand, by the way? But fuck it, I'm doing it. Gotta test out Leo while we're at it. I wish I could use an art card. If I could use this NP and then this, that would be swell. Oh, there's another video I like. I don't even remember. I just have positive feelings about it. I don't even remember it, but there's like a video. I think I called it Jufu is awesome or something. I remember really liking that one. I don't even remember what I did in it. I think it has something to do with Proto-Ku going like Broly Super Saiyan or some stupid shit. I literally don't remember that one, but I just remember liking it. Okay, let's see. I could give him Guts again, but he doesn't have the Guts activate attack up anymore, unfortunately. A lot of options here. Definitely doing that. Guys, I like the video where Ash is like the best 5-star, I'm sorry, 6-star in Arknights, and she does all the work and she doesn't get carried by other units. That was a really good one. Guys, remember that one? And like her stun works on everything. Oh yeah, Siegfried versus the world. That was awesome. If they ever added story replay, I would make more of those. Yeah, just ignore the Worf and the Scatty. Yeah, don't look at that. Or in all the other 6-stars killing everything that she can't kill. Damn it. I should have done Asclepius's NP, I guess. I don't know. I wanted Leo to get his stuff again. Finally get rid of that curse that was fucking us up. Weird turn. Maybe I should have done George's art card instead of the NP. I don't know. I really have to stress that I wish Ku had been the one to live, and I could have forced that. I just didn't know, right? I didn't know that Ort always kills them in that position, so you can actually control who the final unit is. I didn't know that. And I made the team where I'm like, I knew it was going to come down to Ku or Jufu, and I was like, well, either one of them should be able to solo him. But obviously, I want Ku to do it, right? And the reason I didn't reset was because I was like, well, I do have a million videos of Ku soloing the big dramatic final boss, and this is actually really funny. So, but that was not intentional. That was absolutely not intentional. I hate my Fluffy video. I hate it so much. And I would have redone it if I could have had story replay. That's probably my least favorite video because there's like, I can't stand that the stupid bug thing made me use a command spell, and then I didn't even need it, and then there's like so many little things I could have done better anyway. So I hate that video. Now Fluffy's awesome, I will say that. Fluffy's really awesome, and I like the music and all that stuff's really good, but it's because I had to make that video quickly, and you know the fight was still bugged, and because it's just so annoying. There's so many things about that fight that pissed me off. Because, like, the average viewer's not going to understand, so I'm just like, fuck it. Fucking Fluffy, though. What a guy. Don't really need that. Oh, it's got the stars on it. And like, I remember now. Oh my god, I remember now. I hate you guys for reminding me of this. It's because I didn't give Ku the right command code. And it was because I was fucking around and I hadn't like finalized the setup yet. And when I won, I just wanted it to be over because I was so sick of doing that boss. But if I had just equipped command codes that remove dots, which I knew I needed to, I just hadn't done it yet, then it wouldn't have mattered at the end. Oh my god, I remember now. That made me so angry, and I was like, I don't want to do this again just for that, but I should have, because now the video drives me insane that I don't have those command codes on. Oh my god, dude, that will haunt me to my grave, dude. I am so annoyed at that. Let me think. I have to look at the skill again because we don't get the charge. I don't think Asclepius's star. Right. Yeah, it's not. We don't really need it right now. I can do the Brave Chain, but I would like to make some stars. George is pretty bad at making stars, though, but you gotta get what you can. And maybe we get that lucky crit. No, it's not Ort. Nothing I just said had anything to do with Ort. Fucking Fluffy. Why does chat lie all the time? We do not lie. You just did! Again! I have never lied in my life. That's a fucking lie. And I really didn't need to do that. I just realized. George is just completely unkillable here. Yeah, that star bomb was pointless. Got him. And George is so healthy, and we still have this, and then his heal's gonna be back. Okay, it's George time finally. They've reused a lot of George's animations. They've actually like copy pasted them onto a bunch of people. Even Lancelot shares one of George's animations where he like stabs and then like it really exaggerates, like puts the sword into the air. They're both exact same animation. Because he's the goat. I guess I do that. I don't want him to die. Damn, do riders get a defense up or like a damage cut when they do an improper combo? Looks like it was only for one hit though. God, George will just never die. Because he gets this back in one turn. And if I wanted to, I could get Asclepius's stuff again. Just not. See, if I saved that star bomb, I could do really good damage right now. It was really a mistake. I guess we just focus on George then. All these improper combos. Love this song. Oh, that's another video I like. This is one of the best memories I have. It was so organic and it involves chat. When I was rolling for the Pope Joan, and we got her 3 times in one roll, and like in real time you can see chat going from, you know, congrats to oh that's awesome to fuck you. That's the best shit ever, dude. That's one of my favorite like moments in all my time playing FGO. Honestly, it's just crazy that it's the only time I've ever gotten 3 5-stars under a summon before, and that was like my second summon too. Got him. That was pretty good team. Yeah, here, let me see if I can find it. Chat was definitely the MVP of that one. Yeah, the song is what reminded me. Okay. Try to size this correctly. There we go, good enough. Yeah, you can see chat. There you are. That's you, chat. I like the pun wow right there. I also like how, you know, everyone is just saying fuck you, except for I Love Arjuna, who's the one person that's like, hey, cool.
Are you hallucinating?
Good times. Fuck you, I see that. That really is a good use of that emote.
Very good.
You wouldn't normally use it that way. I Love Arjuna still pops in every once in a while. Man, that that Gilles de Reyes though, that was interesting. I mean, like, he's not bad. He's definitely not bad. I think if his buff lasted 3 turns though, it'd be so much smoother. He might actually be too good though, because you could stack it so well, it'd be kind of nuts. Yeah, I think Lost is here for the long haul. I wish Grandcaster was an OC4 locked. Oh, is it? I don't even know. And it's so the Arjuna Karna stuff in the anniversary video is so random. It's honestly so random. Like they're just randomly focusing on that instead of any of the other Lost Belt stories, and it has nothing to do with like the Emiya stuff. Like, it's so random, and it's such a large part of the video too. Yeah, I remember I was watching, I was just like, why though? Don't be wrong though, you know, Karna and Arjuna are cool. Oh, do you like keep some fights around? I see, right. Because right, OCs are technically filler. I don't think you actually have to do them. I don't remember how they did that exactly. Does anyone know if Arknights is going to be on Steam? Because, dude, if it's not, they're so dumb. Like, that's going to... it's gonna defeat the purpose for the most part. Like the marketing of being on Steam is so worth it. I think it's on. It'll be a client. It's so dumb, dude. So fucking dumb. I keep forgetting you have a daily summon for like a month. I haven't been using it. Try to keep the inventory at least somewhat clean. Jesus, that's a lot of faux items. Probably need to make a CE bomb at some point. One of my least favorite things to do. Kind of a boring thing to do on stream, but getting a little low on QP there. I have no idea why MASH is on this team. It's probably when I was getting Bond with her, because you needed to get Bond 10. Like, legitimately good for her. But I don't need that anymore. Really anyone that can just NP is fine. Where's the new one? There it is. Wow, they're pretty lazy. And I like how they put them next to each other, so it's really easy to notice what they did. Oh my god. I mean, China is not known for really understanding the PC market, let alone Steam, but it'll do so much better outside of the East if it's on Steam and like properly on Steam, not having to go through a launcher to go through a different launcher. Like, I think it's a huge fucking mistake to not put it on Steam. I think that will cost them a lot of money. So many, you're gonna get so many more eyes on it if it's on Steam proper. I mean, Black Myth did great, but like, it's not in the Gacha sphere and stuff. I mean, very few Gacha games go on Steam like proper. It's like sort of COVID and Limbus, and then like unknown Gacha games that no one knows about. Oh, did like Transformers 1 like make enough money in China that wasn't a total failure or something? Although there's no way they're making Transformers 2, which is really unfortunate, because that's like the best thing they've made with Transformers in a really long time. They're going right back to the Michael Bay bullshit. They could have both if they had any brains. The only good live-action Transformers movie is the first one. It's not just that they don't want to pay the tax, it's that they think they're going to be the next Steam. They think that, you know, all the people that play, you know, Arknights, if it's in the same launcher, and when they make another game, they're all gonna play that game and stuff. But that's such a stupid fucking mindset, because most people that are really into your game might try your other game anyway if it's on the launcher or not. And the amount of like crossover you're gonna lose or gain from, you know, your two games being on the same launcher is nothing compared to the amount of like fresh eyes that are gonna be on your game through Steam that are just never gonna know it exists otherwise. Like, lots of people will, like, especially for like the people that are into mobile games and gacha games, you know, they check the tags on Steam, right? Like that's the whole reason Limbus got anywhere. They didn't have any fucking marketing. Starscream's awesome in the first movie because he's more like the Armada one, and then after that they just made him G1 out of nowhere. And a lot of them put them on Steam, but then they won't, you know, it just connects to their launcher. That's not a good move. But we'll see. Maybe maybe they will put it on Steam. I hope so, because I want them to do well. $4.4 million. I mean, did they ever put Infield on Steam proper? Because, like, if they didn't, then I don't really see a lot of reason why they would put regular Arknights on there. 120 Boudica. I mean, you can use Boudica with Gilles de Reyes. You know, yeah, she's got the Roman command code there. That's all you need. I know, please make more Relink style games. Shit was so good. What do you mean was? Like, was it on there and they took it off? It either is or it isn't. Well, it's not wasn't. It either is or it isn't. It was on Epic, not Steam. How stupid! Oh my god, how dumb are they, dude? I have no faith in them. Like, they do not know what they're doing when it comes to the marketing and stuff. That's fucking ridiculous. It doesn't even matter if Epic pays you a flat fee to be on there, right? It's like with gacha games, you need players. Like, very important to have an influx of players. Bro. I'd like to point out, though, having watched Cairo play Infield, and he even predicted that I wouldn't like that game. He is correct. I would not like that game. It's like the combat is way too simplistic, and there's so much not combat. That game is full of just wasting your time with like base building, just fucking stupid running around bullshit. It looks so fucking boring. And then everything is so Chinese. Oh my god, like everywhere you go, the aesthetic is just so over the top Chinese. I'm so not into it. God, they put it on Epic. Relink is just on Steam. And you don't need to connect to another launcher. Great. Yeah, all the building stuff I'm just not interested in even lightly. I don't like any of the characters. Like, meh. Would have been cool if they gave out some of the better ones. Funny timing that. Guys, but you can't get Castraku. He's story locked. Oh my god, this fucking UI, dude. There used to be a way to sort by people that like aren't FO'd. God, now you have these. Jesus Christ. Right, this one has the attack foes, but not the health foes, because this VC Brawn needs to die as fast as possible. Because that's the one for the sacrifice skill. Optimal. Far Far West is very good. I actually don't recommend people wait a little while to play it, because it's still in early access. And there's like a lot of good content to make the replayability higher coming soon. So I'd play it then, but it's a very good game. Far Far West is awesome. I did my story roll as you said that, and it gave me a VC Brawn. That's funny. Trying to get some inventory space here. Chat, should I start using Poster Girl now that I don't give a fuck? Like, we don't play the game, where I don't really care so much about making videos and all that anymore. Although I love making videos, but it's just such a pain now. God, Poster Girl is so broken. It is so fucking broken. That has never changed. That is like the most insane craft essence. And what really is just crazy is there is just no mimicking what it does with anything else. Like the fact that, because a 3-turn taunt is so much stronger than a 1-turn taunt. And then you can put on any unit, just gives you so much control. It's nuts. Slap that on your support and then cycle into another support. Oh, and they have Poster Girl too. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, I think we're in our do whatever the fuck era now. Let's see, it's about anyone that would need these. I could see me maybe leveling them at some point. Only have one Poster Girl. I don't even know what my main has. I know my ult's got a bunch, but I don't remember what my main has. But I never fucking use them. I might have 2. Yeah, having 2 is really, and having them limit broken. Oh my god. Because like you can use, like sometimes you don't need them. Shut up, girl. But sometimes you don't need them limit broken. But like you put them on like a VC Bronze, you can do a drive-by NP with a bigger attack up and stuff. Is very good. I don't know why this song is playing again, but I'll take it. Damn, I may only have the one. Like going from one Poster Girl to the next is just cracked. I think it's my Gilgamesh ult account that has 2. Yeah, I don't see any others. Unfortunate. I have 0 poster girls. They haven't rerun it in a while. I've been looking. Damn. That sucks. I mean, they know how broken that thing is. Like, it's ridiculous. I remember some whales acting like it wasn't like that big of a deal, and it's like, dude, it's a pretty big deal. Yeah, that guy has a bajillion poster girls. I mean, like, it's just you need it. It gives you so much control. That thing is overpowered as fuck. Let's see. I don't have that many 2K foes, so I'll probably just save them in case they add someone I like super wanna upgrade. I don't know, maybe Canis. I mean, yeah, she's already got some. Yeah, it's fair. Because the other Canis is 2K, so. Honestly, poster girl on George is one of the few places it doesn't really make sense. I mean, sure, if you've got like a Grail George, you could have 6 turns of taunt. But it just makes more sense to use his taunt and have the defense up. Because if you use poster girl, you're not going to have the defense up. And it's hard to live 6 turns without it. Poster girl is best on supports. Like Waver or, you know, whatever. So they show up, they are taunting for the team, they use all their buffs, they die, so another buffer comes in, right? That's generally the idea. Like, the meta a lot of times is 1 DPS, 5 supports. And those supports can just die to cycle. And you just gotta make sure the DPS lives. Yeah, put it on Merlin, yeah, exactly. The gong method. Ring the gong. So something's wrong with the playlist. It's just playing the same songs over and over. Oh my god, that emote. May have to wrap up here soon though. I need to go to the grocery store and buy food. I hunger. Going outside, I know, right? Lost, did you get my package? Because if you didn't, I'm so pissed. Because, like, I paid a lot of money for it to be shipped as fast as possible. And it was supposed to be there, they said, in 2 days at most, but it might have even been there tomorrow when I shipped it. Oh, that's right. You're not. Is your brother there? Because as soon as it's out of the heat, it's fine, right? Because it's fermented food, so it's meant to last. But like the heat is what fucks it up. Because there's like a chemical in kimchi that if it gets too hot, it starts to like expand and you know, that'll break the seal and stuff like that. You know, I packaged it with like ice gel packs and in a container that like tries to keep the temperature the same, you know, like a cooler. Like I went so hard to try to keep that kimchi edible, and I paid top dollar to get that shit shipped immediately, and they're already way over the estimated delivery date, so I'm pissed. Those fuckers, dude. Lost the package. I lost. Oh, they lost. Oh, lost. Did I tell you? Remember that one time you sent me Indian food and it just never showed up and you had to send it again? And then I got that one. Did I ever tell you that, like, way fucking later they just randomly delivered it? Like, and it, I mean, holy shit, that was like months. Like, I'm guessing it just got like omega lost. And they just randomly found it and like, oh, we should ship it to that address. So they just found like, hey, I don't know where this package is, but I guess we should ship it there. So, yeah. God, that was stupid. I don't know, I guess it's possible that was actually the second one. And the one that actually got to me was the first one. And it just took a long time. But it's more likely that it was the first one. Oh, that made me angry. That's so good with chili. It's like blasphemy, but dude, that like pickled lemon, you add it into some chili, and then you add rice to it. Now you're just like combining every culture ever, and it's delicious. Next time, deliver it in person. I live pretty damn far away from Lost, so that would be very difficult. That's a long ass drive. That emote. Doesn't she like have a motorcycle or some shit? Or am I thinking of someone else in Genshin? Because isn't she like the king of one of the areas? I mean, it is true. If you go on a road trip and are really optimal about it, you will beat most delivery services. Like, for sure. Blasphemy tastes good. I agree. Yeah, I think Lost is... I've met some people throughout my life, and actually I can think of someone I met recently that's like this, where they're just like real sticklers for like, you know, like you have to make kimchi the traditional way and you're not allowed to make it any other way, and you can't combine it with other food. That's so fucking stupid, because you would never have gotten the foods that we have if you didn't experiment and like fuck with shit. That's like same with language. If we didn't evolve language, we would just be pointing at rocks and grunting, right? Like, it is totally fine if you want to take kimchi and combine it with some other thing. That's fine, right? Like, Jesus. And like, I love doing it. When Lost sent me all that Indian food, I combined it with so much stupid shit that, you know, I'm sure, air quotes, you're not supposed to, but it was awesome. But yeah, I never get mad when people take Korean food and combine it with other stuff. Dude, you could make like bulgogi and then like fucking, you know, add all kinds of like American bullshit to it. You can add cheese to it. Like, I would never do that, and that sounds horrible. But like, if some American's like, oh, this bulgogi is good, man, this would be even better if I had like, you know, put some melted cheese on it, you know, good for them. You know, I never understood that kind of thing where like you don't like something, so you get like mad at other people. It's just silly. Like, I don't like Kiyohime, but if someone, you know, has got their 120 Kiyohime they're proud of, you know, good for them. All right, chat. I think I will wrap it up. I could talk about food forever, but I do got to get food. I'm very hungry, and I want to get out there while the weather's good. So I'll probably, if I don't feel bad, I'll stream tonight. I've been feeling kind of icky these last couple days, so I might just rest, but we'll see. But I definitely want to play Relink. Yeah, I'm really dying. Okay, Ace, what do you mean though? What do you mean though? When you say Relink with the sad face, are you saying that no Relink sad face, or are you saying you're sad that I'm playing Relink? Right? What's the angle here? I miss Relink streams. Okay. FGO. Yeah. I mean, I want to play it. Don't get me wrong. It's coming. Like, I love Relink. I'm like obsessed with it. And there's so many characters to play and everything. Actually, my brother's been playing it recently too. So, and we gotta play with Poi. He finally made it to the Defy quests. We gotta do those. Actually, he's got one more boss. Then he gets the Defy quest. Guys, I'm getting hot dogs, okay? You guys, I marinate hot dogs. You guys don't understand how, like, gourmet I make hot dogs, dude. Like, I make some good fucking shit. Like, I'm not even kidding. I take my hot dogs to, like, people I know, and, like, I work at that corner shop every once in a while. I'll take it to them, and everyone fucking loves that shit. Everyone's like, you should open a hot dog stand. And I actually might someday, because I have the money to do that. Dude, I make good fucking hot dogs. I will die on this hill, man. Like, I make delicious shit. I know my stuff when it comes to this kind of thing. Like, sausages and all that kind of stuff. I know what I'm doing. But, you know, I obviously make, you know, bulgogi and kimchi and, you know, all that stuff, too. Alright, we will raid Cairo. Hot dog haters. I've never had those IKEA hot dogs, but I've heard they're like really cheap and good, and it's like they do it to get people in the store, right? Which makes sense. Smart business.